darkest of nights, an Arkhonian tale unfolds. A quest to rewrite destiny, when fortunes have already been foretold. A divider with blood of old seeks answers this world may hold. A bond with a shadowy past seeks not but bonds that will last. The sorcerer's fate, sealing before birth, seeks his means to save this earth. Bound by ancient lore, it search the Etharis hazard. We sail on wings of starlight and hope, looking at you, calling our dungeon masters every door. With courage in our hearts before it is too late. We are the Stargazers, forging our own fate. Now remain two fighters, whose paths to freedom align. With futures they seek to undermine, the dark elf as pale as snow holds a bloodline of which none may know, and one of that which is so twice over. What destiny will he conquer? Bound by ancient lore, it search the Etharis hazard. We sail on wings of starlight and hope, looking at you, calling our dungeon masters every door. With courage in our hearts before it is too late. We are the Stargazers, forging our own fate. Bound by ancient lore, it search the Etharis hazard. We sail on wings of starlight and hope, looking at you, calling our dungeon masters every door. With courage in our hearts before it is too late. We are the Stargazers, forging our own fate.
Good evening.
Good evening, and welcome to
Hello.
TaleChasers. And welcome to TaleChasers on Friday evening. With me as a dungeon master today, and Stargazers who will be playing.
Yay! That's us.
Hello there.
Hello.
Just a quick word of notice: tomorrow there will be Calamica, so if you're following that,
Yay!
be sure to follow along.
Aw.
Last
Until that
chapter
time.
of Castle Blackrock.
Damn.
Wait a second.
This is
The
not a reference
Castle
to
Blackrock?
Yeah.
This is not a reference to BlackRock. We don't have any political affiliations. Please leave us alone.
No.
Oh, that yes. They're in some hot water at the moment.
Understandable.
Imagine. Anyway, we're not them, so we don't have to worry about that.
Mhm.
Tonight, Stargazers.
Correct.
Someone's gonna tell me what happened last week.
So here's what happened.
Last week.
Oh, huge Brandon recap.
Let's go.
Yep.
So here's what happened. I hope you're ready for your 2-minute speed run.
I love that.
I'm ready
Any
for it.
percent
I'm ready.
speedrun recap. Do it.
Holy shit.
I
In
will
our
give you a
last wonderful
grade.
session, stargazing, we let me just stretch out the start so I can get some extra minutes. I need to reach that 10-minute timer to get monetization.
Oh,
Sure.
Of course. In our
We
8-hour session.
at the start of the session, all of the stargazers, whom were together from the previous night, shall I say, we basically had a session of clearing up some loose ends. Upon waking up in the morning and going to the bottom of the tavern, everyone gathering together, everyone began deciding on what they were going to do for the day. We all knew that we wanted to clear up some loose ends and tie some knots, as they say. But amongst it all, there was some pretty important eventual things that everyone wanted to do, and then there was one thing that, as a collective, the Stargazers wanted to do. So throughout this day, everyone went about their ways on going to do their own things. Tokas yet again put Vincent's very high priority tasks to the back of his list and decided to do something else instead. And instead thought that maybe Jace could do it instead, but I don't think that got done either. I'm definitely not mad about it. I didn't remember it anyway.
I fucking
Actually, they did fix it.
Oh, amazing.
this man just complains all the time.
Correction, they did fix it. I've just received hot fresh from the press. They did indeed fix it. They did indeed fix it, so don't worry about that. I'll take my words back. Tokas and Jace are amazing, and they did fix Vincent's telescope, so that's all good and dandy.
Full 180 right there.
But some other people had some other things that they wanted to do. One of the other pressing matters that wanted to occur was sorting out this kind of, I don't want to call it an issue, perhaps a conundrum with the griffin eggs that are currently in our disposal. We wanted to go over to the place in the current city we're residing, the city of Crossroads, Altenheim, to try and see if we could get some pointers as to what to do with these griffin eggs, as to best way to maybe bring them up, or any ideas onto how to go about doing this, any tips for amateurs to help us out. So Vincent, Vittorio, and Zarius went together, mainly Vincent because he had nothing to do, was stringing along with the companions that did have something to do. And upon arriving and looking around, it turns out that the person that they were there to speak to was not about. So, as a full 180 result of this, they decided to do something else with their time instead. I believe, I can't remember if we went together or not, I'll have to be corrected on this, but if not, I believe Vittorio went to the lodge where he was going to put up a job that Tokas wanted them to put up on rounding up some stuff for him. And some cranium rats.
Yep.
So Vittorio went and posted out that job and also checked in on the bees that we dealt with a while back, that had an issue with the beast who he should not be named. So it turns out that the bees were all dealt with, and as far as we got told, not in much detail, everything was fine and it has all been handy-dandy and dealt with, which either was filling with plea or possibly concern as to how they just kind of brushed it off so easily, so who's to say? Whilst in the meantime, Vincent and Zarius thought that they might as well spend some time doing something that they enjoy doing. So, naturally, Zarius pulled out his instrument, gathered some people, and began playing some music for the kind and wonderful people of this beautiful city. And Vincent did what he loved, which is stealing. Although, sadly, there was no one rich enough to steal from, so instead he just walked amongst the crowd and enjoyed himself with Zarius for the day. Not to mention, well, I suppose I should have said this earlier in, but Lawrence did have a bit of a conversation with Caster to round up some stuff before everyone went to bed, about some very serious and very important stuff about his fate and his future and what it means to be who he is and what his purpose is in all of this and many other philosophical and deep things. But at the end of the day, after all of the individuals did everything that they wanted to, and the day grew to an end, we all went out to the forest to visit Jenny, where we went over to her very scary and eerie hut. Vittorio caressed the cat, who then spoke and was very happy about it and wanted cheese. And then we went into the hut and we spoke to Jenny, who then had to read through an endlessly painful, long, infinite list of requests in exchange for a pot. She didn't seem particularly happy about it, but after some other things were discussed and some arrangements were made about what we would want from her and in what we would give in return, we came to some sort of middle ground agreement on what we could gain or what we could discover from all of this. But also very interestingly in all of these discussions and handing overs, Lawrence got baited into pulling a card that ended up being an ivory card, and now he has a card of fate-changing power, which isn't something that Lawrence wanted to begin with, but now he has this at his disposal in case something is to ever occur or to be. But after having a few conversations with Jenny and exchanging some words and this, as I say, infinite list of growing requests in exchange for a pot of uncertain value, we didn't exactly, as far as I recall anyway, we didn't exactly come to a complete final decision, and we didn't round everything off, because as far as I'm aware, this is where we should be picking it up today, is in this discussion, and we haven't finalized all of the arrangements. Correct me if I'm wrong.
You haven't quite, no.
We haven't quite finished it. We do
So,
have some more things.
And that is your
We have more demands to ask of this woman.
super quick, not so super quick recap.
That was
Thank you
part
very
one
much.
of these double parts.
Super quick.
It was a very good recap. I
was.
enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Quality. Now then. PRT. Why did you do that? Why did you do that?
Intrusive thoughts. Oh.
I understand. Lawrence, I think your new art is very cute.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You might not be able to upload it anywhere with your internet, but
That 5 gigabytes of pixels.
all will be on.
Literally me.
Uh-huh.
Literally.
Remember, I'm about to upload some malware.
Nice.
Okay.
Here's a bomb.
Bombastic.
Uploading pipe bomb into your Google Drive.
It's called
Fucking some
Pipe
boomer
Bomb.
bile.
There we go. A little bit of a track to match that rain outside. We find ourselves back in Jenny's little hoarder's hut, with her collection of items from all over and beyond this world. Things that do not belong here. In one way or another. You've brought to her a really big pot made out of hag's teeth, punched out of the mouth of quite a few hags by the overhag grandmother Dread Olga.
Based.
It was very based behavior of her. But regardless of her behavior, this little pot leads to a permanent, stable demiplane of Dread Olga's making.
Ah, man, we literally sold her a house
Mm-hmm.
in a pot. It's like, hey, did you want like an extra demiplane for
That's
it?
true.
I'm surprised, that we didn't all die when we brought it in over the threshold into Jenny's hut, because
That just means that this is not a
Implosion.
demiplane,
yeah, true.
Experiments. That's how
Yeah.
you do it.
Amber
Me
suddenly
opening
be
my
like,
bag of holding in Jenny's hut. Huh.
Well,
Amber suddenly be like, you wanted to go, you guys wanted to go to the Astral Sea? Well, You got it!
Now you have it.
How do you think you get to a C and a C and a C? Inward and inward.
You just, have to put
keep
three
putting the
pieces
C.
of holding together.
Yeah, you just put the C and the C and the C.
That's true. Just keep putting bags of holdings into each other.
Until finally, there it is. The final piece. Anyway, you've brought a whole host of demands.
Yeah, she seems happy to like acquiesce all of them because apparently this pot is very valuable.
It's
That's
incredible
what I
how
said.
an artifact
No,
item
that's
is
what-
valuable.
That's what it sounded like because she kept asking what we wanted, you know.
I mean, she kept asking because you literally rolled out a sheet of paper like 4 meters long and said, "So these are the things that we want." And she
It
was
could be
like,
direct, or it could be like, so anyways, like I wanted this, but also like I wanted that one, and like I thought that maybe you could do this one as well. Like,
I mean, she already gave me one thing.
she already gave us a bunch of things. She said
Yeah.
she's gonna do the rings. She gave Lawrence an ivory card, which was kind of unwarranted for, but you know that's a nice plus.
"It was not her fault. It was mine."
Yeah, of course.
It was the
you know,
fate.
You gave me that Ivy card for free.
We got the.
No, you paid for it before.
Yeah, that's true. We got the rings. We got
What?
that. We got that little.
No, I
thing.
no, I figured it out. I figured out why she did that.
Why?
Okay, so
Nice. Good explanation.
basically, if you are a hag, you're gaining power from the suffering of others.
Mm-hmm.
And so, Jenny, she's not a hag. She is a hexblood. So she can't gain, really, power that way. But what she can do is she can collect, like, little bowls of cursed energy that are these cursed magic items, right? And she can use that to give her power. Because she can't really make, like, Fae deals and whatnot. Because she's not a full Fae. She's just a little hexy blood.
What makes you
However,
think that
now
Jenny's
that
not
she
a
has this
fae?
pot, she can now complete a transformation and turn into a hag.
I want you to know that only Faye can access this pot.
Yeah.
And Jenny put her hand in it.
Yeah, Jenny put her hand in. That doesn't mean
You
that
know
she's
what?
a hag.
Well, actually, what if she just puts her hand in it, and on the bottom of the pot was already the item? There was just literally she just grabbed it from the bottom because she couldn't enter the realm. That's exactly what happened.
Yeah, that's what it is. To her, it's also just a regular iron cauldron. I will not be paying you guys anything.
Especially a cast iron pot. It's not made of anything.
Mm-hmm.
Ugh.
A nice pot.
It's a nice pot. It doesn't have a very nice look to it.
It does have a pretty nice look to it, if only one of us was a
BRB
Fae.
uploading art.
Oh no, he's gonna vanish.
I'm gonna die.
BRB, I'll see you all next week. Ah!
When I finally finished
Wait a
uploading.
second. Amber,
Anyhow,
I know my
Yes.
creature type is not Fae. However, I am like an Aether Kindred now, so...
yeah.
And, you know, basically all otherworldly creatures are kind of in the same category, so...
What of it? You're wanting to sell the pot, not keep it, so
That's true.
right?
No.
You know, I'm just messing with you.
Yeah, that's what I would call it too. If I was checking if I could keep this pot.
Word.
Anyhow,
Anyhow.
your host of things that you want.
We got most of them accepted. We had the little straw guy for the eggs. We had the rings approved. The rune carving approved. A list of the things that are still, you know, not 5,000 a GP each.
Yeah, behind you in the background, you hear like rustling going on inside of the incubator.
Oh, what the
Oh, look, we look,
fuck?
Uh-huh.
look, see?
If you look in the incubator, it's just 2 eggs and a straw man.
Is the straw man in the exact same pose and position as we put it down?
I don't know, Vittorio. How would you know? Roll me intelligence observation. Like,
Okay, I will do just that.
The
Sorry,
hardest way to say forensics.
Darius looks at the camera, you hear a record scratch. Hi, I'm Zaris. You're probably wondering how I ended up in this situation.
The straw pans to the camera. Hi, I'm the straw man. You probably
That's two less. Very, very sad.
9. I mean, this is a straw man.
Look back.
True. Little straw guy, little eyeball on his like
See,
straw
this
face.
position. He's just a straw man.
This is a straw man.
Oh, man.
That answers it.
Me when I'm having an argument with someone and I finally have the perfect magic item.
Oh, I'm just
What, a scarf?
No, straw man.
Straw manning him. Damn. This straw man, just in case you ever enter a social combat, like this straw man will give you a +2. So
That's
the
huge.
fuck?
He slanders your enemies.
Dang.
yeah, when you're straw manning, you know.
Yeah.
I wonder if there's a wingman as well. Like she has a whole collection of little men.
Yeah, she definitely
if you're,
does.
If you attune yourself to him, you can cast vicious mockery.
Yeah.
While you're attuned to him.
Jenny begins rune carving while you guys are sitting here.
Oh,
Sure, I
thanks.
was gonna say.
Oh yeah, here's my Tinder box, Jenny. Here's my Tinder box.
I don't know about that, Mark.
There's a whole fucking pile of magic items on the table that need rune carving, and this is gonna take a while.
There's one, as far as I know. The other
No,
two.
there's Lawrence's thing, there's your thing, and Zara's one's a Tinder box thing, which is not gonna.
The Tinder box there. It just was like, yeah.
She said she's like we can't do the major runes.
It's
for
true.
The
I've
things
put the
we've asked.
Tinder box there now.
Some major runes are definitely capable, but like this one is so incredibly expensive. There is not even even her with all the gold in the world.
Yeah. It is sadly the truth for 6th and 5th level spells that we can't have yet.
Me.
It is,
Yeah, I didn't even think it was worth asking about Sovilio or Isas Major.
But took us
Mental prison.
Yeah, oh, man, surprising.
What
Surprise
do you mean?
Pikachu.
I just want to heal people with the power of fire.
Yeah, of course.
It does require the curative essence harvested from the soul of a level 20 pyromancer.
Holy shit.
Well, I know just the one. No,
I was about to say, I know.
Sorry, she's only level. She's only level 4. Actually, she's only level 3. I think it's okay.
I know just the one who has the soul of a level 20 pyromancer. The pyromancer is dead, but at least the soul should still be there, you know?
That's true. That's true.
That's
And he does kind of have beef with
so
some of
true.
you, so
Exactly.
you can
So
harvest
we
it.
just take his soul and then use it.
Why does he have beef with us?
Exactly.
Some
Well,
of
you
us,
were
not
kind of
all of
rude.
us. Yeah, that's true.
Yep.
But as Jenny Rune Carver's Tokus kind of watches her for a little bit and looks out at the window, and then he brings up a question. He looks up and says, "Do you have information about a crooked moon?"
What is it that you want to know about the crooked moon?
Well, it's more. I want to know what Olga wanted to know about this crooked moon. Or, I suppose, what to do with it.
Jenny smiles. Her lips kind of. How do you call that? How do you call that motion of like
Purse.
the? No, not the purse. Like, there's this one meme. Wait.
Okay, yeah.
I genuinely can't remember what this sounds like. Yeah, sure. Yes, like this. It is kind of like lip pursing, you know, like the
Oh.
holding back like a far broader
Oh,
smile.
yeah.
Oh,
They
like the
purse the
wicked
lips,
evil
right?
shark tooth smile that she's hiding. Yeah, I get it.
Yeah, shark tooth. Yeah, that's it.
Her soul sucking teeth.
Yippee! It is the dream of many of hag to become like the crooked moon.
To become a moon? I mean, I don't think there's much space. The Triad is cluttering up the sky every night.
Not quite like that. The crooked moon is no mere celestial object.
Lawrence's ears perks up. Celestial.
Could this be vaguely related to me in any way, shape, or form at all?
Well, I imagine it's not an actual moon. I mean, it'd be pretty weird for someone to want to become a large celestial body drifting in space. So, I imagine it's some sort of title, some sort of thing that you call yourself.
It is indeed a title.
Let me guess, for the most super hag in all of the continents.
Super.
League of Super Evil.
Literally.
You should be glad she does not reside here.
Let's say that I'm glad many people don't reside around here. At this point, I lost count. So, it's hag. That far we can agree, and it's supposed to be the most powerful hag of all the hags.
Difficult to say whether she is the most powerful of them all. Powerful she certainly is.
And what it's supposed to be her role. I wouldn't call myself Crooked Moon if I didn't have a specific duty to uphold.
You see, that's the thing. Some creatures aren't born with a purpose. You and your ilk simply exist to live your lives. And other creatures are born for a very specific purpose. You hear a howl outside.
Mm-hmm.
Created to fulfill
Delphine.
one half of some sort of cosmic balance. And then there are creatures who believe that they should fulfill a purpose even if they were not assigned one. The kind of creatures that try to shackle fate. And I suppose there's many different ways to do that.
Tobias kind of scrubs his chin a little bit. Are we talking about the Forge of Fates again? Is that what the Crooked Moon is supposed to be? Like a very potent hag trying to control fate for themselves?
Not quite.
Is it more like the Forge of Fates were created by the Crooked Moon and, fate was its own established thing prior to that?
The two have nothing to do with one another.
Well, I suppose if they're trying to chain fate under their command, they'll eventually have something to do with one another.
One might try to travel to seek out a forge of fates. But that is not the way of hags. Creating something from nothing. She kind of gazes out of the window past you. It is better to take and break something that already exists. That is the way.
Ha. Sounds a little frightening.
Ember, can I make an insight check to see if, or I guess an empathy check to see if he believes in this principle?
Sure.
Yippee!
You feel that
50.
Jenny believes in this. She believes in the words that she says.
Well, when I mean believe, I mean more. Does she agree with, like, you know, it's. What am I trying to say? Like, does she agree with this sentiment of, yes, out of all the ways, this is the way to do things or go about things.
You don't
I
get that
guess
feeling?
what I more mean.
No, you don't get that feeling. She's merely stating a fact.
Okay.
Something that is factual to her.
Would you want then to become a crooked moon? The crooked? Are there multiple crooked moons?
I do not aspire to steal anyone's fate.
Huh, well, I mean,
What?
if you put it like that.
Would I know any musical pieces about this crooked man? Sounds like there would be like scary fairy tale songs about him.
Almost, but it's a crooked
Crooked
moon and not a
moon.
crooked man.
Crooked man, sorry.
The crooked man!
I'm sorry, the Crooked Moon. Sorry, I was just in my head, and just the Crooked Man song started playing. So I'm just like,
Uh-huh.
would I know any songs about this? Because it sounds like something you'd scare your children with.
What, the crooked man? There was once a crooked moon, and they went a crooked mile.
Yeah, that.
They found a crooked sixpence against their crooked style.
Yeah, like
Oh
that.
my god.
Yeah.
Needs to stop.
But then for the moon.
Correct.
It's too powerful.
Sure, go ahead.
What check would that be?
Make me an intelligence singing check.
All right. Let me. Oh frick. That's what that is. This -3. 9.
I'm cringing at this.
I imagine I do not.
Just have the crooked man stuck in your head.
Yeah, you get the crooked man song in your head, Zarius. You get stuck on that.
Yeah, he'll make it everyone else's problem by narrating it, like humming it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no.
But like you get some of the words like mixed together for something else that you're not really sure where they come from. But like the crooked man now includes a verse about crooked gnashing teeth.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
Mm-hmm. Was there another question that I missed? Is that all you wanted to know?
Tor looks at Tokas.
Guy's just gone quiet.
Lawrence looks at Tokas.
Everyone looks at Tokas.
He feels the hundreds of
small.
eyes stare at him. Wait, did I say hundreds of eyes?
Yeah,
Oops.
that's a lot of eyes.
Hundreds of eyes. It's crazy.
Jenny's cloak of eyes stares at you.
That's crazy. Well, other ways for Tokas. Vittorio does actually have a question. That I/him probably just thought about. He he like, well, he looks at Jenny and is like, by the way, you can kind of travel all over the place with your hut, right?
I go where the wind takes me.
Does that only... Can you only do it, like, here on, well, in Etharis, on this, well, I guess, world?
What is it that you're trying to ask me?
Trying to see if, well, if we end up somewhere else, on another plane or something, will we still be able to, just bury a pot and, you'll be
Depends
able...
entirely on where you go.
Huh, right.
We're going to the Astral Sea.
Well,
That wasn't so hard, was it?
he like looks at Lawrence like, isn't it cool? Like the ethereal expands, or is it like, or are they the same? I thought they were different.
I've heard that one as well.
It's called the Ethereal Sea. That's the other place. And yes, it is simpler, but we all have a knack for speaking in riddles, he says, looking at Jenny directly.
Jenny does not smile.
Yeah, me neither, don't worry.
Oh, thanks to
God, you guys.
He's feisty today.
Hey, man.
Guys, listen.
That's
Victoria has
how-
enough swords for you guys to throw down. If
That's
you
how
guys want to.
diviners work. She knows it too well. Why see things simply when you can just make things convoluted?
Yeah. I mean, I did all this effort to fucking get the answers I want. You take some effort as well.
I was about to say, my headcanon is that farseers are so bored because they already see everything that they want to make it difficult for people that don't know things so that they can
Oh,
get
finally
a lot
you
out
get
of
it. My god, it took so long.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Gotta be like that
I
as well.
think actually, it's more like if you tell them directly what you've seen and what is going to happen, then that reality will not happen. So you need to give them like a convoluted thing to figure out, and by the time they figure it out, like they're basically locked into the path now.
They go, oh, that was it. Head chopped off. Anyway,
Exactly.
perhaps it is far more difficult to reach me from another plane of existence.
That's what I thought, at least. But
I don't like to get my feet wet either.
Yeah, no. Can imagine. But I suppose it's good knowing that the option might be there if you find a forest somewhere.
finding a forest in an ocean doesn't sound too difficult.
I mean, it must be some kind of island there. I would hope. He scratches his chin a
Any
bit.
particular conditions we need to keep in, Jenny?
I'm sorry, I didn't catch what you said.
I think his internet's hitting the gritty.
It's because
Go
he just
ahead,
finished
Aaron.
uploading.
Lawrence!
He's defeated. He's the land.
He's defeated. White, can you just type out what you want to know or what you're trying to ask me so that I actually receive the message? Meanwhile, Tokas,
Yeah.
what is it that you need to
Sorry.
know?
I said anything in particular that Jenny had in mind for us contacting her when we are over there.
Yeah, the
I will
same
type
way you
that as
always do.
well, in case that doesn't come through.
The way you always contact her by burying a pot. She recommends you bury your hair or teeth in it.
And of course, maybe a drop of blood as well, right?
You know, it just makes it like more likely that she'll be able to get your message.
Of course, of course.
I cast command, and my command is KYS on her.
Try it. I dare you.
She counterspells and uses your by his will to make you kill yourself.
That's terrible.
Damn.
By her will.
Hate it when that happens.
Mm-hmm.
Me when I'm on my 4th death in this run. That's okay.
Yeah, but I have higher mana than her, so I win.
That's true.
Right?
But yeah, what I want to know is if this, any information she's willing to disclose about who this Crooked Moon is. I guess the one now. If it's supposed to be like the leader of all hags, or just one different type of hag, because I know there's different types of hags and they don't necessarily band together much.
You know the Crooked Moon.
Huh?
You all know the Crooked Moon. You just don't remember that you know she is no longer whose fate she took. But you all bring your offerings to the Crooked Moon. Because she rewards you for it.
Huh?
I don't bring shit to anyone.
Blink, blink. I was about to say. Blink, blink.
We'll be like, where did you think your fate came from?
I don't remember bringing any offerings to any moon. I'm not even a cleric of the Triads. Like, don't really.
I do believe it's been quite a while since you've brought any offerings to her.
When was the last time?
And I'm sure your parents protected you very well.
That sounds very ominous.
Just
But
remember,
when
like,
you're young and your knees are jittery and your teeth are wobbly, and they just so happen to tumble out of your mouth, and you put them under your pillow.
There's like a expression of terror in Douglas. He's like, no,
Oh no.
not my teeth.
The Crooked Moon comes to collect.
Wait, the Tooth Fairy is the Crooked Moon?
That is just vile. What?
No, Jay definitely implied that the Crooked Moon ate the fucking Tooth Fairy.
I hate that.
the crooked. What about the cat and mouse?
The what?
You know, the Crooked Moon has like a crooked cat that caught the crooked mouse.
Everyone just goes blank expression. What?
What?
I wasn't allowed to have such primitive things.
What?
When I was born.
I don't even know what's going on.
We're just talking about like hags. There's one called the Crooked Moon. You know, Olga, the one we had to deal with just a little bit ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. So apparently, in the kind
Why
of
am I
person-
giving offerings to this Crooked Moon? I ain't giving offerings.
It's not
to-
willing. It's not offered. She used the wrong word. It's not offerings. It's more like she steals them.
Who's stealing from me? I'm the thief. No one gets to steal from the stealer.
Well, probably stole from when you were a baby. Apparently, when you put your teeth, your fallen teeth on your pillow, wait for the fairy to bring you gifts.
Never heard of it.
Wow. Well, I guess it's just a different custom then.
We don't have that where I'm from.
Yeah, he still has his baby teeth.
Because he's fucking baby.
Vincent smiles and just these tiny little milk teeth.
Yeah, a little creepy hand crawls from underneath his
The
chin.
last thing I can ever imagine is a group of dark elves putting teeth under their pillow for a fairy to come and get it. I just feel like that's not, like I just feel like that just wouldn't happen.
No, it's definitely illegal because you don't want to fucking like elves and fae do not get
Yeah.
along,
No. Well,
especially not the dark fae.
whatever this thing is, we know that Olga was
you're
trying to
right.
become one. He says, turning around to Jenny, with like a
Mm.
eyebrow raised.
They are known as archfae, fae that lord over all the others.
Yeah, I've heard of those. Like beings that have, I believe, courts or something along those lines.
Gatherings of fae.
So it's, as I thought, like a big boss of hangs. That makes a lot of sense. Though, suppose that's also not really true. Well, we know that
The better your domain, the more important you are.
that is true. I would imagine.
Can you imagine the power of an archfey who represents the suffering of all children?
In these kind of days, yeah, I think I can imagine that. You know.
If I just have to imagine the things that prey on those children, imagine something created by every single little worry they have.
Yeah, that sounds pretty strong. I suppose that's why Olga was trying to become one. I didn't know you can become a crooked moon.
There is only one crooked moon.
One must eat the crooked moon to become the crooked moon.
Well, if the crooked moon
A very
is...
big bite to take.
Well, Olga did have a pretty big mouth. He kind of turns around to look at the skull with all the iron teeth in it.
None so big as the crooked moon.
Well, what if you... Well, what if you already were a powerful hang, but also cultivated a fae to become particularly powerful and then absorbed their power and ascended by assimilating the souls of other hangs? This is just theoretical, by the way.
Imagine. She says as if she didn't literally just talk about Fire, like to your face.
2 seconds ago.
Imagine.
Yeah.
But would that allow a hang to stand a chance against such a crooked moon and then, possibly become one?
I do believe so. But this is all theoretical, of course.
Yeah, no, this is all...
Who's
yeah.
to say what would happen in such an event?
Wait a
Hypothetical.
second. I understand.
You do.
What
Is
do you
that-
understand?
Whenever I look around, is Misfortune on any of the shelves?
Why are you looking for that?
Well, that was an artifact used for the suffering of
Am I
by
looking
the
for that? Because
children.
that's what this fucker was trying to do.
Misfortune was indeed created by the suffering of kids.
Yeah, but it was made by
Literally.
a demon.
Who says, are you being
exactly.
are you being creaturist? Who says fiends can't become
yeah.
crooked moons?
Because they're not hags. That's why.
Isn't there a hag that is a fiend?
Yeah, there is.
Yeah,
Like, quite a few of them.
that's true.
Mm-hmm.
Tiptoeing the line, guys. It's all the same here anyway.
Yeah, that's great. It's very much true.
Damn, look at how Amber
You
avoided
know,
the question.
Exactly.
These,
So Lawrence is going to bring up Misfortune, if my internet will allow it, and the case, or I guess the situation we found around it, and it's kind of, yeah. Just basically ask, but then how does this play into that? Is this related in some way?
Who's to say? Perhaps a lot of people are making a play for Crooked Moon.
Well, You said you don't really look to, well, you don't aspire to achieve such place, right?
The only fate I wish to have in hand is my own.
Kind of squints of that, not too hard, just a little bit. What is that you want? I mean, everyone has something that they want. You know, I wouldn't really live in a fantastical hut hoarding mostly cursed items if I didn't have a goal in mind.
I gave you my reasoning and my motivation just now. The rest is for me to know.
And for you to guess, motherfucker.
Well, let's put it in a different perspective. It's, or I suppose, a more friendlier one. Tokus pulls out of his backpack a small leather satchel that acts up a lot as soon as he pulls it out. Starts moving left or right on its own, and he puts it down onto the desk. We really appreciate your help, and we are very glad to have found a kindred soul. There's not many of them out there. Most people look out for themselves. Most people are greedy, envious, and jealous, and all of the things you can put together in between. Of course, well, everyone is, but many are to extreme extents. And sometimes it can be their fault. Sometimes it's not really, Look at the children that Olga had persuaded to do mischievous things. I believe I speak for everyone if I say that we would really like to keep this friendly relationship, especially because a wise man once said that one single act of kindness leads to kinder souls down the road. This is, and he pushes the bag forward. I believe this was Olga's soul bag. There's a bunch of hags, or at least a bunch of hag souls in there that we would gladly not keep on our peoples. And I do trust you when you say that you want nothing to do with this whole Crooked Moon stuff. So I guess as a token of friendship, you could call it, we would like you to keep it. Especially because, we can't really return it to the owner.
I see.
And, well, I do nothing of your fate or your future or your destiny or why you're not in control of it.
Gift freely given.
If, if we can help, I don't think any of us would say no to that. Of course, well, our time is like very, very short, but at the same time, my philosophy is that if you can't save the people that are in front of you, then you cannot save the people that are much further ahead. But saving does sound a little bit condescending, so maybe helping, yeah, that does sound a little bit more friendly.
Lawrence nods wisely.
Well, Vittorio.
Hat man makes much sense.
Blink.
Vittorio, he nods as well. He's like, yeah, it's good to have help when you're trying to save the entire world. Kind of hard on your lonesome.
Yeah, that's very true. That's why we found ourselves together. Mm-hmm. And, well, we're not saying that we want you to come and save the world with us, but, this whole client trader relationship, it gets a little bit stale after a while. And we would like to make sure that we do remain friends in the long run. As I said, very difficult to find nice people, or at least reasonable ones. Ayani was not per se a very nice person, but she was reasonable.
Hmm.
Oh
And
no.
be like, oh, what is this gross?
Jenny makes a wisdom save to not scam us.
Yeah.
No, she's just emotionally reeling from the fact that you were like bring our relationship to the next level. It's like from
Oh,
customers to acquaintances. For
Monk
yeah,
out.
literally.
Like, I would like to keep this strictly professional. Okay, bye.
Roll me a D75.
That's a lot of
Oh,
numbers.
very odd
Yeah.
number.
This guy comes to my coffee shop like every morning. And just
61.
is like,
Keeps trying to be friends with me.
It's
yeah,
like friendship
tips
points.
a lot. Keeps asking when I get off, what my number is. I have to be nice because my manager starts to shift at the same time as me.
Damn.
Jenny Jenny looks at the artifact. She's like, "Look, I never wanted to become a crooked moon, but now that you're
Now you
saying
mention
this,
Now that you're putting a bunch of pieces in front of me.
Interesting.
That's one way to call it, I suppose.
Oh, that's what I said. No, don't worry about me.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Me deletes my notes.
Interesting. Dot dot dot.
Paris makes a note of every time Ember says interesting. Just seeing your results.
Makes a note of every time
Uh,
Ember says a letter and then
I
puts them
thought-
together into sentences.
I thought it was Jenny because that interested. That's why I wrote it down.
She takes the bag and slides it across the table. At every bump and hump it touches, like rolling over things, the bag makes a sound.
Is it a ooh sound?
It is children crying.
Okay, well that's worse.
Oh man.
Someone is looking for you.
Lucas turns around. Like, us?
You.
Oh, well, I have like a 3 or 4 names that I can probably write down right now. Is it like someone with 3 heads? Is it someone with a demon sword that rides a demon horse? Is it actually I think that's only 2 names.
Very famous, you see.
My friend. My friend.
I don't think fame will do you any good.
No.
So it's sarcasm. Is that not a thing within diviners? Do you not know what it is? Or?
Gives you like a flat look.
I see.
Yeah, so who of the 2 or is there a third that I didn't know about?
I think you know as well as I do.
So it is one of the 2.
Could be the Inquisition as well, I guess.
The Inquisition would not ask for my help.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Oh, that Victoria is like, that's okay, that's what you mean, right?
Excuse me.
Did you tell him?
I told them what I told you.
Last time you told us something a little bit different.
I told them that they were cut off from fate.
Blink, blink. He looks into his pocket. I love you so much. He looks up back.
You see two like glittering like little bowls in the darkness.
He looks down. Is there still cheese in here? I got some in the other pocket.
Yeah,
Everyone
that's why
hears,
they're-
"I'm hungry, Master Tokas," in their heads.
Oh, right. Hold on. I pull out my feta cheese from mashed black claw mushrooms. Put it in my ear pocket.
For the next 5 minutes, everyone hears this in their head.
Lo-fi rat eating cheese. Yeah, because he eats, but also he dubsteps at the same time, so there's a little bit of
ASMR
music on
rat
the back.
cheese eating.
Literally. Well, that's
What a good boy.
that's a good thing, I suppose. Also, thank you for the information. Trying to best keep it hidden, but I did something I shouldn't have last time. Well, a few weeks ago. So at least one of them knows, at least where I was recently, which is pretty bad. But hey, as long as they don't catch up on the trails, we should be okay, at least for the time being. I don't think we're ready to face someone like that.
What is meant to be will be. Jenny gives you a stick.
I
Just
take this,
a stick.
I grab
Strange to
the,
say,
I grab
Jenny.
the stick. I grab the stick. I think
You
it's
take
true.
the stick.
I take the stick.
When the
I
divine-
guess
when the
that is
diviner
true.
gives you a stick, you take the stick.
You just take the stick.
I
Like
just take the stick.
I need you to
Yeah.
like not question on why you're taking this stick.
I'm
is-
taking that stick right
This
now.
is exactly like how I ended up with an ivory card in my hand.
Yeah, it's not an ivory stick. It's like a Rabdomancer stick that leads you right to the Forge of Fates.
I mean, it does have like a little hook on it.
Oh, I love that.
It's like a little plant stick.
It's so cute. It's like my magic bean plant. I just plant. It leads me to the
Plant stick.
castle in the sky.
Almost.
Well, as long as
I don't understand.
it's safe, so to speak. I know that one of them did see something, but there's my hopes that they're still locked deep beneath the Cathedral of Embers. If that's where they are, even I have no idea, but hopefully we'll find something out. Well, actually, no. I hope that they're not going to move out of there. I thought they were dead. Turns out they weren't, which isn't surprising for a dragon with 3 heads, but let's hope that because he's a dragon with 3 heads, he can't really just walk around a lot. That's mostly why the other one frightens me more, let's be honest.
Hmm.
But it is very kind of you to tell us. And we'll try to keep in touch, even in the expanse. And if there's something that you might want from it, we can maybe retrieve it. I know there's a lot of Ethereum, but you don't strike me as a thinker or anyone interested in it, to be honest.
No.
Well,
Its value is immeasurable, even in rune carving. But I prefer the things found here.
well, that makes a lot of sense. Maybe we'll find some, like, deep sea artifact on a phantom galleon. And maybe that's more in your likings. But till we go there, suppose no one else has any other requests. He turns around to the rest of the group.
I think we've asked for enough.
I'm gonna look on my person, see that I don't have a weapon.
I
Yes.
Okay. No, I thought because I suddenly heard White speak. But I'm gonna look and see that I don't have a weapon. Instead, I'm gonna go to Jetty and bow very deeply. Instead of giving her a weapon. Thank
She
you.
blinks. She doesn't get it.
I blink too. I don't get it.
Thank you for the help you've given us throughout this year.
That's what good business is for, is it not?
Nonetheless, an appreciation for that business should be displayed.
And here's open for some friendship as well. Thank you.
Who knows what the future holds?
Lawrence watches the scene play out in front of him. He has strange mixed feelings about Jenny. But he will ask nonetheless. As he whips out an boobling little guy who I believe is currently housed inside of a
Macadamia nut.
I think he's inside like a skull. My little guy, I think he's inside some sort of like human skull. Anyway, I pull out my little baby boy, and I'm like, I don't know how to help him. I'm trying to understand how to help him. And he was given to me by Mother Night, and I wanted to know if you had any clues or any thoughts that might be able to help me on the path of helping Crawley over here.
My favorite companions.
Now that you say that, yeah, I might need the same help. I've had Radigan with me since Ostoya, but I haven't figured out how to help him either.
Vincent sits back down and fucking sighs again. Fucking hell.
We'll be here forever.
I did come up with quite an interesting
Here's the
theory
thing,
about
right?
things.
I helped Mara, and Mara was super happy, and is now with her family. But here's the thing, Tukes, if Radigan goes and bees with his family, then and leaves you, you know what happens, right?
Well, we'll get there when we get there. I told him I was going to help him. I'm not going to go back on my word. And if I have the chance to find something else, why not? I don't think I'm going to figure it out within tomorrow, anyways.
Yeah, just letting you know that possibility.
There's plenty of possibilities.
Problem because, well, yeah, I can't summon Mara. I have her feather, so I can summon her. But if I do so, I think I'll banish. It will banish Crowley back to the Immaterium, and I don't want to do that. I like Crowley.
All the oobbles at you.
Yes, I know. I give him a little poke my finger into him and give him a little scritch.
He pokes you back with a finger that is definitely not his. Like just a little piece of finger comes out of the ooble and meets with your finger like the Adam and God painting. Except he's a slime.
Ah, yes. Love that. Oh, he's a little baby.
Yes, these are my favorite companions to call upon. Suffering a punishment or a vindication, or for some, even a reward. All in pursuit of something. Something that they cannot achieve by themselves. But it's so hard to get something done in a world where so few are willing to extend a hand.
That sounds like a very apt description.
Unfortunately, I'm more than willing to lend a hand. It's just about figuring out what and how.
If the road was easy, the destination would probably not be worth it.
Well, that does make sense.
Mm,
Though, do have some fears for this little guy. He looks down at Radigan.
Radigan blinks at you with his big bulging eyes.
It's my speculation, one of the many, that he might be related to the other client you had. And I'm not really keen into meeting them. You know, as much as I want to help him, it would be probably a very short encounter if we did.
I'm ready, Master Tokas.
Well, I'm sure you are, buddy, but I don't think we are. That's mostly the problem. We'll
Sad beatboxing noses.
we'll get there eventually, but anyways, yeah, well, if you do know anything, that would be very useful. If not, I suppose we're back on theorizing, right, guy? Looks down.
He looks back up at you with his little piece of cheese in his mouth. He shovels the last bit like completely into his mouth, making his cheeks like bulge out square.
Hapter.
Yes. He says with only his mind. Yes. Also, when Radigan eats, he still speaks with his mind, but he also sounds like he's chewing with his mind.
Bless. We love him.
I love him. Well, I suppose we'll have to find out. Or, well, it will take us a while, preferably as long as possible. Well, not because I don't want to help you, but because we really don't want to meet that guy.
I wish I could help you further. But only those who share a connection. Come to find out what it is that their companions truly need.
That's true. Suppose that's right. Well, he looks down at Radigan. We just gotta find out how to dethrone the World Ender without actually fighting the World Ender. That has got to be easy, right?
He puts up his little hands like fists.
Nah, I'd win.
Yeah,
He's
literally.
looked in. Nah, I'd win.
I can take the Master Tokas.
Yeah, I'm sure you've already been doing that. You've already been doing a great job. I think it's us who have to catch up, you know?
He looks up at you from the dark pocket.
Gives him a thumbs up.
It's
Yes,
okay, Master
yeah.
Tokas, I can wait.
Not for too long. Don't worry about it.
Rat boxing.
It's the next logical step from beatboxing.
You have the Warcraft, like, game Total War, and then the champion at the army is just Ratigan.
Nice.
That's why I'm getting
yeah.
him a cranium rat swarm, right? Because he's actually the smartest cranium rat taken on a singular level. So what I'm gonna do is like take one rat from the swarm and bring it to Ratigan. He's gonna like mind control them. Eventually they'll have so many cranium rats that they're gonna be like a gargantuan swarm of rats that can make a huge mind dragon, and then we win.
Mind dragging these nuts.
Got him.
So two of you are leaving your thing here to get
Yeah, to get
new
the
runes, right?
runes. I don't know what runes White wanted.
I cannot have my rune, for I must solve Orly's problem first.
Okay, so you
before I
don't
can
want to take
summon
this rune?
Mara.
Oh, the familiar rune.
I mean, you can still get them.
You
can't
could still
use it.
get it. Yeah,
So
you
You
could
could just not use it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's
You
better
can use
to
the
do-
highest tier.
How?
You can use the highest tier of Jenny's rune.
But that's also mad expensive, isn't it?
No.
No.
Ours wasn't that expensive compared to what's it called? The normal ones, I think.
It's made in-house.
Yeah.
Jenny, why you don't give me rune? Why you don't give me
In-house.
upgrade rune?
Okay.
So sad.
Because you have one
Sorry,
of the
where
most
can I
expensive
find
ones.
Jenny's rune
Yeah.
again?
I think you've been pinged with this rune like 60.
Type Jenny and you'll probably find.
Mm-hmm.
Here it is. Copy. Bippity boppity.
Yes. Thank you, Ferris. Yeah. Sure. How long is it gonna take and what's the cost?
Depends on what item you're putting it on.
If I put it on an item that requires attunement, then it doesn't require attunement. But if I put it on an item that doesn't have an attunement requirement, it does require attunement.
Almost correct. If you put it on an item that does not
Right.
require attunement, then it does. If you put it on an item that already requires attunement, then you don't require two attunements, it's just the same attunement.
So generally speaking, it's smart.
Okay, I will naturally put this on the Feather of Good Omen, then, because
Huh?
that's attunement, and
I must,
it is
I
the
must
Feather of
warn
Good
you.
Omen.
I must warn
Plus
you
we do
about.
ability checks and saving throws.
Remember
yeah,
the feather
go
of
ahead.
Mara is consumed when you summon Mara.
Oh yeah, fair point.
Oh,
What about
You can produce a new one again, like at the end of her
sad now.
service, but like, you know, the item itself would go poof.
You could put it in the Sunblade. The Sunblade is like a rare item.
I'm surprised Vincent didn't get a rune.
Yeah, same.
But-
Ooh.
he hates
yeah.
everything.
What do I need a room for?
Brother is like magic.
That's
I
right.
got these.
Magic items, I already have one. I already have one magic item, guys.
Yeah, man, he does have a nice ancestral weapon.
I have a good
nice
item.
armor.
Like, bro,
Got these games.
I'm
Bro,
happy.
fucking artifact. What do you
happy-
want from him?
I'm happy with what I have, bro. I don't know. I don't see the need of a room.
Look at him, he's so happy.
I'm glad for him.
But you could have a
Oh,
little
you all
rune
just
that
be
turns you into a
content with
deer,
yourself.
Vincent. Wouldn't you like that?
No, I'm not a furry, bro. I don't need that shit.
Don't worry, I can turn you into a deer.
Vincent, you're not afraid. Don't lie to me. Yes, you are.
What the hell?
He's the only one here that doesn't have a fucking familiar pet. He's the least furry here.
What do you mean? I don't have a familiar pet.
What do you mean? You have a
That's
menagerie.
opposite.
What did you say? What?
So what do you mean? You have a menagerie?
He has a
I
bunch
don't-
of fish.
I have one fish and I have a cow.
Exactly. More pets than I have.
Yeah, called out immediately right there and then.
No, I don't need one.
Sure.
I just don't want one. I don't see why I would want one. That's all.
Preach, man, preach.
Lucas, how many were you getting again to replace your other ones? Replace the
I
item
was
points?
getting the same runes plus one that becomes moderate instead of minor. But I already sent you the total price.
No, I just need to know how many. I don't need to know total price. I just need to know how many runes there are in total.
3.
And on
Okay,
a
this
deeper
is-
level,
do-
Vincent doesn't like Jenny at all. She doesn't want his shit near her whatsoever.
Why?
Do minors upgraded into moderate count as 2 runes or just 1 moderate?
No, it's just the same rune. It just takes the same amount of time. It's like just
Okay,
karma.
yeah, then 3.
So this is gonna take like 4 days
Yeah.
to get all of these done.
That is fair enough.
Mm-hmm.
Today is the
Yeah, so
Mhm.
I get I would get the maximum level rune for the Jenny unique rune on the Sunblade then, because I can't put it on Vim's Vigor and I can't put it on the Feather of Good Omen.
Mm-hmm. No, that's fine with me.
Yeah, I mean, putting some stuff on
Alright.
the Sunblade is
why-
a pretty good idea.
Why could I get this to Major when most people can't get their rune to Major?
There's a lot of runes that could be brought to major. They just ask for runes that have like 6th level spell effects in them.
Yeah, depending on
Or
the
like the ability to cast
Maze.
what's it called? Greater Restoration at will.
Yeah, great illustration.
Whoa! Once per day.
At will, once per day.
That is true. Well, yeah, some runes are stronger than the others. They have different effects. Like some runes are like, I think Uruz is like, yeah, sure, you can make an offering to the gods and kill a lamb, and it'll be, they'll close an eye to a slide you did to them. And then there's one that says, oh, you can cast Illusory Dragon. Yippee!
Then there's one that says you can cast polymorph, but you can only turn into a deer.
Yeah, that doesn't cost as much, as
not
fucking
the-
Meteor Swarm.
That's true. Or you can have Otalan Major, which is, if you die, your item goes to your closest living relative.
That's pretty sweet. Me when I'm
True.
sleeping and suddenly a 500-pound cache of gold just crashes into my ribcage.
Nay!
Roger has just died of ligma.
Correct.
Yeah.
I love Perto. It's one of my favorite ones.
Perto.
Seeming.
It was so sad. My dad wakes up one moment, and there's just like a broken sword in his hand.
That would be very sad.
Oh no.
At least he knows you're dead.
Hmm. I think Raido is a very Vincent rune, but he doesn't like Jenny.
It does. It's just like, where did this?
It's okay. Lawrence will be able to do it soon.
Yeah.
I don't even know what it is.
He's just, he's like a blank. He doesn't touch magic with a
Give
finger.
me some time, guys.
No, I just don't like this creepy woman.
Creepy woman.
Creepy woman that speaks in riddles, doesn't say anything plainly, and is just obsessed with fate, which is everything Vincent hates.
That's literally just me, but an NPC. What the fuck?
Oh, self-insert. Point at her.
My
and laugh.
self-insert.
Hee.
Why are you being so nasty to me?
Whatever, just having a little bit of jest, a little bit of fun.
I see. You hate me. Understandable.
I never see that.
You should
Jenny's
have been
rune looks
here,
kind of like.
like 5 minutes before session.
What?
Gabe was literally just like, damn, I hate her.
I just cooked that thought up immediately.
Of course.
Of course.
All right. Items can be abandoned here
Yippee.
and retrieved in a few days.
Yeah, I mean, we are on the
What do you mean
18th.
items can be abandoned? But my Sunblade.
Well, you gotta leave it there so you can
Yeah, it's
guard
gonna take
it.
several days.
Well, I'd be like, I'm gonna reconsider this now.
Actually, I don't want runes. Runes are for losers.
Well,
Here. Can she just like help me do it myself?
no.
I think it's unironically literally the only rune that
He will not teach to you.
yeah, because it's her own design. And that is also why it's quite,
Yeah.
cheaper compared to some of the other stuff.
Cast command. The command word is teach.
I think Lawrence has got into I himself the moment he got a cleric level. Is like, I now cast command on everyone. Command, shit yourself.
Defenestration.
Pretty much, man.
Whoa, I can't wait to do that at the fucking Noble party in
Command
Mark's game.
detonate.
Command defenestrate.
Yeah.
Yeah, just cast it on the Drow ambassador.
Good.
I am
Almost
assuming
died.
direct control.
Mm-hmm.
Man, Amber's really like hating on me and restricting me in what runes I can get. Just,
Yeah. So,
Yeah, that's
rightfully
my
so.
my fault.
Yeah.
Actually, I really like the runes. I just most of the things I already have is concentration. I'm I'm not gonna put runes on them too. It's gonna be so much. It's gonna be so expensive.
Not expensive, not at all.
But I'm good because I'm good.
Okay, you're good.
I'm just content with what I have. I needn't.
Let's help. Let's help Jace's family.
I gotta figure that out as well.
Yeah, you guys are gonna go there with all your items, or
No.
No, we're gonna take a little bit to at least figure out what to do.
very well.
We can't just go into the town and then we meet the block and they're like, go back. I'm like, damn, okay, I guess we go back.
That's exactly how we figured it would go. In that case, we're gonna remove you from Jenny's map.
I will feed a slice of feta cheese to the cat when we go outside.
Vincent waits until everyone has left the hut until he's quite happy that they're not going to just walk back in and be like, actually, and one more thing. He's going to wait in
Damn.
his chair stubbornly.
damn, I closed the door on Vincent.
What, you just sit in the chair, stay
Until
there.
everyone leaves. Because he's not convinced that they're not just going to walk back in about
No.
2 seconds and be like, oh, actually, we forgot one more thing.
So what I'm hearing is Vincent just wants to be alone with Jenny.
Oh,
He turns to you, Vincent.
Douche through a card.
oh, let's even the wolves agree.
Telling Ilmari.
Is there something you would like to discuss?
No, not at all. I'm just not convinced that these idiots are done with everything they want to talk about.
I do like talking.
Oh, yeah. They like talking a whole lot. They got a whole lot of requests and a whole lot of talking.
I think you like talking as well.
Yeah. The people who speak plainly.
Would you like me to speak plainly?
I would like you to be whoever you want to be. You don't need to change because of me.
I like to be accommodating to my guests.
You're plentiful accommodating, and thank you very much for helping all of my friends. I'm just a man of simplicity, as he points at his forehead.
I'm just a man. He said it.
Her eyes flicker over to your forehead for a moment. And then back down.
She just
But
said
I
hi to
haven't
your
helped
mom.
you yet today.
I needn't any help. I'm a man of very, very, very few needs. I travel light and I like things simple.
It is those... No. She stops herself, puts a finger up, and she says, people who travel light often have heavy burdens upon their shoulders.
I suppose so. Well, we all have a heavy burden. But I'm not alone in that one. That one's for all of us to handle.
I hope so. For you.
I'm sure I'll be fine. My burdens are that of my allies, and that is it.
Of course. Remember the physician. She says, turning, like, she just grabs a card from the card pile and holds up the exact card that she drew for you. They will need you in the time to come.
I
I
imagine
think that's
they
a
will.
threat.
And, I'll always be there. I put everyone else before myself, and that's how it always has been, so... They need time and they need space. I'm sure one day they'll just rely on me eventually.
Not everyone has the same amount of time before their days are numbered. Would you like to live with regrets?
I'm making it my mission not to.
A man of opposites.
I was always told to make sure that I've lived out everything I've wanted to, and to make sure that all my decisions are my own so that I do not regret them, so that is what I'll do. So I'll make sure not to live with any of them. And whenever they need me to help, I'll be there to make sure that I don't regret it.
She puts the card back in the pile and kind of like pushes all the corners in to make a neat stack again, even though the rest of her desk is an absolute mess. I hope for you that you get that chance.
And you're supposed to know if I will or not. Isn't that how fate works? I either do or I don't.
It's the funny thing about fate. When people stand before a crossroad, it can go either way. Who am I to push you in one direction or another?
Who indeed? I don't believe really there's many choices and crossroads in that sense. But then again, I'm not really one to believe in set fates. My will is my own and all that.
Oh, but some very wise women once said that free will and fate go hand in hand.
And surely it's not fate at all. It's quite simple to say, I decided to wake up and had eggs this morning for breakfast, and that is what fate decided. It's quite easy to just staple fate onto everything, isn't it? I make a decision, well, yeah, that's what fate had wanted you to do. For me, it's quite a simplistic argument of realistically, you can call fate whatever you want. As long as you did an action, then fate willed it as such. I don't like those restraints and I don't like those ideals.
Those are certainly
Nothing
things you can say about fate if you do not understand it.
There's nothing against you, I just simply don't agree with it. I like to assume that my life is within my own hands, and whatever I decide to do, it wasn't decided by some greater force to begin with.
There's a smile that tugs at Jenny's mouth corners. Unfortunately, only so much is for you to decide.
Winston stands up and kind of brushes himself off. Yeah, I disagree with that entirely. I just simply refuse.
That's okay. Keep on crawling towards the table's edge, little infant.
I will do just that.
I'm sure fate will catch you.
I'm pretty fast, so I've been told. So let's hope that fate is just as quick as I am.
Who knows, they may just be turning a blind eye.
Vincent finds this all very amusing. He'll smile and, well, yeah, let's see what fate decides for me to do after this. I can't wait to see what happens.
I can't wait either.
But again, I appreciate you helping my friends, and it's nothing against you. You seem plentiful nice. I have more of an issue with the concept than the person, so don't take it to heart.
I will not.
He gives a friendful and courteous head nod. I'm quite happy to assume at this point that my friends are not willing to convey any more requests. So I'll leave you to your web weaving. And
She
you're
stares
really
at the she stares at the door opening for like 5 seconds, and then she said, "You're good."
We got slandered.
You'll smile and leave.
And thus he dips. Party, you have a couple of days
Yeah.
Well,
to do Bing chilling.
Well, not been chilling.
first we're gonna go talk to the bees because we're in the woods near
Yeah.
them.
You may go meet the bees.
Let's go.
Also, I would like to point out that when Vincent comes out of Jenny's hut, Vittoria will look at him with a very serious look on his face. Like, comes up to him.
He hates you now.
No, he puts both hands like on each shoulder, and he's like, "Ha, Vincent, where were you? It's been 2 months."
Russell looks at you up and down. Oh, that was good. No, almost had me. Almost.
Those vile.
What do you
It's
mean?
pretty good though.
Uh,
Especially from you. I mean, if anyone else tried that, I would be less likely to believe it. But for you to come up with that, I mean, that was pretty good.
Damn, the Vincent has that low of an opinion of everyone else. You heard
You
him
should have
first.
subtle cast disguise self a little like 5 o'clock
Yeah.
like beard, on
that's
yourself.
True. Yeah, no, it was sort of like, well, worth a shot.
It was pretty good though. If anyone else did it, I would have not cared at all because I would assume, well, of course they would try something like that.
Who
From
knows?
a stand-up bloke like yourself.
Who knows?
No, I was just as not convinced that you guys were going to walk back in and ask for something else. That's all.
No, so you stayed and asked for something yourself.
Yeah,
You
that's
think I would
part of
ask
what
for?
I-
You think I would ask for something from her? She gives me the creeps.
Poor woman.
Compared to Ayani, she is quite nice.
Ah, well, I only had the pleasure of Ayani once or twice, and she didn't speak in as many riddles as she does.
Yeah, you just flirted a bit with her.
Called out immediately.
Then again, I suppose you didn't know who she was.
I didn't. But yeah, I found her simpler to understand, and she didn't speak of fate as much as she did. Fate just pisses me off. I made it clear though before you think I was being aggressive with her. I was very clear that it's not against her at all. It's just the concept. I think Jenny's very nice and very helpful to everyone. I just want nothing to do with her.
So, forgive me for asking, but then what do you think fate is?
I think it's a bullshit excuse that you can add on to any action. Of course, anyone can just say, "Oh, well, you made that choice, so fate decided it." Well, yeah, it's easy enough to say when fate is incorporeal and ethereal. Like, of course you can say that. It's intangible. You could say that me right now taking a step forward is exactly what fate decided.
Tokas, please insert the baby on the table.
The diviner sitting on the side, like blink, blink. I mean, I think you have a skewed perception of what she meant, what fate is commonly perceived as. Imagine this scenario. You are a newborn, and you're crawling over a table, and eventually if you keep crawling and crawling and crawling, you're gonna fall off the table. But as a newborn, you have no conception of this, because you have no gift of, well, prescience, foresight, nor logic, really, as any other person. So you don't know that a few more steps and you're gonna fall off. What fate really is the knowledge of what lies ahead. Is the knowledge that as an infant, if you keep crawling, eventually you're gonna fall off. Fate doesn't take your free will, it doesn't dictate your every actions. It's a path that lies ahead of you. But the choice to walk that path isn't written in the stars, or, well, no one is saying that you have to do it. A diviner, like me or like Jenny, we are people that, well, we're people that can see in front of the infant, and we can tell you that you're going to fall and stop you from falling. We can intervene, but many times it's our choice to continue walking or to do something else instead. Fate simply exists, and we decide how to deal with it.
I mean, but then.
So you're telling me
I'm
it's
gonna-
hindsight, it's perception. It's not fate, it's just being
Yeah.
able to see ahead. It's just
That's-
being able to be wise enough that you know you're going to fall off. It's not fate, it's a different word.
And so I was,
no.
I kind of agree with Vincent here, because based on how you just worded it, you saying fate is one of the essentially many possibilities that can end, which means fate is nothing.
Exactly.
That's
It
the
is nothing
point
at
you
all.
just made.
That's not true. Only because you can't see air, does that mean the air is nothing?
No, you're
No, that's not
saying
the same thing.
that you said I can see one of the many possibilities that's essentially what you do. You divine one of the many possibilities
I
that
see them
can
all.
happen.
That's what scrying fate is. Everyone can reasonably think if I fall into a pond, I'm gonna drown.
Yeah, but if you see,
not scrying,
but if you see all of them and none of them are set, then they're nothing. No.
they are.
Okay,
They're
okay,
all
okay.
possibilities that they can become true.
Does everything that you ever scry become true? Yes or no?
Yes.
Does everything that you ever scry it happen exactly as it happens?
Yes. On the daily, dare I say.
So that means then, regardless of everything that we do, no matter what, that means that what you saw, that you scried a long time ago about the world ending, is going to happen regardless of everything we fucking do.
No.
Anything. So it doesn't happen exactly as you scry then.
It happens when I will it to be. That's what I'm saying. I have the ability of looking at what's ahead on the road.
Well, there you
while
go then.
other people
Fate isn't
can't.
real. If you know that you can change what you want to have done, and you know that you're going to change the fact that this world is not going to end up in the way that you saw it, then that means fate is nothing at all. It means that there is no such thing as fate. It just means that you have the ability to perceive what anyone else can see a danger around a corner from happening. It is not fate, it is perception.
You
That's
perceive.
where you're wrong.
But
Did you
just,
know that was going to be an ending of the world in 3 years, roughly, say, 5 years back? Were you
No,
aware
so-
of that?
Obviously not.
I was. I was since I was 24.
Right, that's not fate, that's just you being able to see something. It's perception.
Fate. That's what I'm seeing. The destiny of our entire world.
Well, it's
And that's
not
what I
destiny
see
if it can
every night.
change then. Destiny suggests that it is limited, it is end all and be all. Destiny
said that?
suggests the definition of the word.
What the definition of the word is made by someone that doesn't understand it.
Well, there you go, which means fate is nothing at all.
Fate is pretty much everything that lies ahead. You can call it fate, you can call it nothing, you can call it as much as you want. Hell, people have different words for it depending on where they originate. Different cultures call it different things. But the thing that lies ahead, the myriad of possibilities that can happen in front of you, that's fate.
no, that's just the
disagree.
future. That's possible future, is not fate.
I disagree. I think that is just your choices as a person. I refuse to, and I simply just organically, as a person who's been brought up as I am, I simply refuse to acknowledge the fact that something is concrete and cannot be changed by my own choices. It is something I designedly and innately refuse, because otherwise that would suggest that what you saw ages ago is unchangeable, and therefore we should all might as well just pick up a hoe and live off the farmland for the next 3 years, because it's going to happen regardless. I hate that idea, and I refuse it. I refuse to believe that someone knows something is going to happen, and there is no way of changing it, and that is destiny, and that is fate. I make my choices. I am who I am. I will live out the way I want to live, and that is it.
I don't disagree with you. I don't think fate is something set in stone, and I don't think it's written in the stars.
Well, no, but
Then fate is nothing.
I mean, yeah, like when, for instance, fate is either nothing in the case that we're describing it, which you agree with, that you just said, or fate, how I see it, is how I saw it before, is that if something is fated to happen,
Yeah,
right?
you are fated to be something.
It
or
is
someone.
destined to be. It is the forces of the universe all converge to one outcome, and that one outcome is fate.
Mm-hmm.
That's the image of fate I was told when I was younger. But
Same.
based on how you describe it, where there's hundreds of fates that you pick and choose from because you act in a certain way to get one of those fates to happen, that's just you seeing the future.
Yeah.
By seeing the future, I'm able to control my own fate.
Yeah, but then
That's what I'm doing.
if fate is not set in stone, it's not fate. It's just the path you take in life.
Mm-hmm.
Fate is the path that we take in life. Fate is whatever path you're walking on and you're destined to walk on.
But let's be honest. We're never going to come to an agreement here.
Well,
it is
I
an
suppose that's true.
issue. It is an issue with a word. At the end of the day, a word that for some people, fate and destiny means it has to be set in stone. It is concrete and cannot be changed. That is the definition of the word destiny and fate. However, if that is not how it is, and then that means that fate technically shouldn't be a word at all. It is just different choices that end up becoming an outcome, and that is everyday's life. We're not going to come to a conclusion with this, and it is what it is.
I suppose that's true.
At the end of the day, all that matters is that we're all trying our best to make sure that the end goal is not the one that took us so, and that's all that matters.
Oh, that's indeed what you're trying to do. It's hopefully going to pan that way.
Oh, well, I simply refuse it for it to happen that way, Tocast.
What is the point of this card? If we've kind of come to these conclusions, what does this card even do then?
Well, that card is a manifestation of fate. It's, well, think about this. Was I ever fated to find a living chariot that now follows me everywhere? Someone might say that I was fated to find the card that would then lead me to the chariot. But I suppose the card itself changed my fate. And I stumbled upon this strange thing. I really haven't understood it yet, but perhaps I will eventually.
Basically what he means, you now have a choice which has got nothing to do with fate of whether you want to
Wait.
use that card or not.
Wait, that chariot that follows you around?
That's...
Okay.
Yeah. I never had a car when I was in Altenheim
Then what does
before.
Castor mean when he said, like, he had a particular fate in mind then?
Well, Castor is also a diviner. He can also perceive fate. So maybe he doesn't regard that thing at all.
I'd say you'd use it, Lawrence.
That is if you want. You've already...
Wait, but Castor put me on a particular path in life.
I mean, yeah, but like Lazarus holds out his hands, which probably still has a scarring on it from when the card shattered and sucked into his hand. It's just like, I mean, it just did. I don't really know what it did for me. I'll argue. It spawned Alphonse. That was a good thing. It gave Vincent or Vittorio property.
That is true.
I mean, put it this way. I'm going to try and put it into Vincent terms for you, so it's as simple as possible. Basically, you have Lawrence in your hands is something that we don't know what it's going to do, but if you were to use it, could either help you in persevering what your end goal is, or may do absolutely nothing at all, or may, I don't know, for example, make it so that you can no longer wield your Sword of Light, which would then put something entirely against you. You don't know what it is, you don't know what it is going to be, but it is a decision that you can choose to make or not make. It is magic at the end of the day. It is magic, it's not fate or any of that other bullshit. It is magic that is either going to give you a benefit or is going to give you an inconvenience towards your end goal. It won't change your goal. That card physically can, well, I mean, it might be able to be like a spell that rearranges your thought. I don't know, magic can do anything. So it could, but let's say it doesn't. The spell, whatever is in that card, is not by any means going to prevent you from achieving your goal, unless it...
It could. It could literally do anything.
It could do anything, so you could either make the choice of, yes, it's going to benefit you towards that goal, but at the end of the day, your goal will remain the same. Your mindset, unless the card changes mindset, will always be the same. So it's up to you whether you want to risk. This is gambling, basically. It's not fate. It's fucking gambling. You can either risk it all and say, yeah, this thing's going to benefit me, and maybe, who knows, maybe it'll give you like a, I don't know, I don't really understand much, so bear with me here. It might give you like an angel companion who will guide you for the rest of your journey and tell you what to do and protect you. Or it, I don't know, might fucking chop your head off and now you're dead and now you can't, live out your dream. It can do anything. It's just up to you as a gambler of whether you want to risk gaining a boon towards your goal or risking an inconvenience towards your goal.
What's the worst that can happen, guys?
I'd do it.
We all did it. Well, I mean, I did it because I, up until this point, didn't consider the fact that these cards could just kill me. But I'm stupid, so don't listen to me.
Yeah, that is. They could also.
What do you mean? They've not set a precedent that they do.
They could.
We're making assumptions here.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, when
We're
you
just
talk
assuming.
about any possible event or factor, you can make assumptions about that. A meteor could strike you down immediately, and you would die.
Hell, the card could spawn a meteor that kills you.
That's true.
We don't know what the card can do. There is a set magic.
Alphonse.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It has nothing to do with me, and it's completely unrelated. It's got.
Yeah, guys, you don't have to worry about anything. Says Toka says there's a huge card looming behind him in this moment.
Also, let's
the card isn't necessarily directed towards you, Lawrence. Like, my card just spawned some random guy from a different world, and now he's fucked off to become a king somewhere. That's got nothing to do with me. I could just leave that, and that would take its own role, and I would never have to see that man again.
That's not very true. The card is yours because the fates have willed to be so.
But is it true or is it not true that I could realistically never see this man again in my life?
Oh, really?
If I wanted it to. Yes, of course it is. If I make the choices now that I would never go close to him, I would never see this man again.
Yeah. Lawrence,
you could go all the way up to the north and stay there and live there.
Exactly.
There until his mortal life ran out, and then you could come back into society.
And he's a human. He'll die out before I do.
Wow, I didn't really think about this like that. Yeah, exactly.
It's gambling. What you have in your hands, Lawrence, is either.
Thank you, Vincent. This
a possible boon.
This is
or a possible deficit.
This makes a lot of sense now. A lot more sense than the whole fate thing and all that other stuff.
To weigh in a little bit on it, arguably it's just easier to do it now because the process of how at least I've seen the cards work is you bleed on it, they activate. So if you were to, let's say, be in combat and you would be entirely drenched in blood and the card accidentally got blood on it, and then some big fuck of demon spawns just because you bled on it, it'd be arguably easier to deal with it now than it would be in the middle of some fight.
If he gets drenched in his own blood, he's probably not going to have to worry about his card.
Yeah, but we might.
No.
Either way.
Don't worry. Put it in a safe box if you don't want to use it. If you are afraid of the effects it might do on your own destiny. If you don't, and you are either brave or stupid like the rest of us, then bleed on it now and take out the rotten tooth.
Yeah, I think that's a very fair point that Toka's made. At the end of the day, it's your choice. You can either gain the benefit or the negative of it now, or you could just rip it apart and never see it again. It's up to you. It's your choice whether you want to gamble on the risk of gaining a boon or a... Toka, help me out. There's got to be a word that's an opposite of boon. What's it?
Bane?
Oh, a bane? There you go. You could either gain a boon or a bane.
Bane.
It's obviously, entirely up to...
Cast Bane on the party.
Whatever magic is in that card is already preset. You just have to either activate it or not activate it. And there's either something negative in there or there's something positive in there. Or maybe something neutral like me. Mine didn't really affect me in any way, so maybe it's something neutral.
I need to keep talking about Alphonse all the time, so I guess it did affect you somehow.
It's like I lost my own son.
Repressed grief.
What do you mean they grow up so fast?
I mean, I didn't want to admit it, but...
Vincent, I don't have any pets. Also, Vincent, I have Alphonse and Ilmare.
He's my baby.
I didn't want to admit it, but yes.
I'm gonna take Crowley out of my pocket and hand him
That's
to Tokas and say, "Please hold this for a moment."
Like, sure.
However, if you're going to do it, I would like to know in
I've
advance so we can
decided-
prepare.
Well, he's going to do it. I don't know why else he would give me his little pet.
Rolly sits in your hand, Tokas, and then he just like loses all surface tension and he begins like
of course
dribbling
we're
all
gonna
over
do
you
it.
like a slime in your hands.
Oh, I'm gonna find a bottle. I pull out a vial that I have in my alchemist kit.
He's not
Pour
gonna
it
fit in the vial.
You're going to do it? Okay. I will pull my weapon to my hand. Like a gust of wind will just flash by, and I'll just bring my halberd to my hand. Okay, I'm ready.
He was not ready for
I'm
what
gonna-
was about to come.
I'm gonna take 30 paces that way, and then I'm gonna use it, and we're gonna see what happens. Okay. Just to explain before, just so my intention is clear, because if something bad happens, I want you guys to know my thought process. I was terrified that this was going to put some huge pin in basically Castor's plans for the future and helping to save the world and whatnot.
Oh, it still could.
And the plans
I mean,
that we
it
have.
may do.
But
Yeah, it
basically,
totally can.
it just seems to be I mean, yeah.
It could do. It could kill Castor. Like,
But I was
That's
more
true.
talking about
there is anything in that card. It just who knows.
I think that the precedent, the point I'm making is that the precedent has been set that I am pretty sure it is incredibly unlikely, I think, that something is going to come out of this card that is going to be so overwhelmingly negative. I'm just going to use it, okay? I'm going to get out the way. It's just then it's just going to keep bothering me. Business is such a... I really don't like it, okay? I don't like it. I don't like the fates. It doesn't make any sense, and I don't like it.
That's very fair.
Bleed on it.
We're all ready. Stands like 20 feet back.
I mean,
and
give me
prepares his halberd.
something to cut my hand with.
Who
'Cause
pulls out my
I
shield and
don't have a
scythe?
sword. I don't have a sword or anything.
Sorry anymore.
Hand you a hand axe.
You guys,
I
I need
guess.
like a small knife or something. It's
A whole ass
but
hand
I keep
axe.
it-
Yeah, no, a hand axe is not that big.
Lawrence will waddle.
Tanix is ginormous,
Oh, and-
gargantuan.
Just before he does, he's like, "Oh right." I will change my clothes out to my ratty traveler's clothes. Actually no, they're not ratty. My new traveler's clothes. In case they my nice clothes get fucking murked. Lawrence cuts his palm and the hand axe, casts it to the side, and places it on the card.
As you rub your
Please be something
blood,
good. Please don't be
as
something
you
bad.
rub your bloodied hand over the surface, over the relief on this ivory card, its picture becomes visible as blood, thick. As thick blood sticks to its surface. Slowly but surely, the image is revealed before you. The large crown of a tree. And further down, beneath its bough, stand two young men. One tall, wearing nice garb and a crown upon his head, and the other in rags. The card begins to vibrate. and then shatters and shatters again until it is powder that clings to your hand and does not so allow itself to be peeled away any longer. The
Beggar and
lovers.
a king below the crown.
I knew it was the
Oh. Of course Amber would pick this card.
What's this supposed to be
You
picked? You rolled it.
What card is that? I didn't hear it.
Amber
It's the
picked this
lovers.
card for me. I
Oh.
can't believe it.
That makes sense.
Yeah, that's it.
Do you have a picture for this card?
No, I don't have a picture for any of these cards. I just made the designs.
Yippee! Can't believe my
Can't
DM makes
I wish-
things up on the
Can-
fly.
Maybe there are ivory tarot cards. I'm sure someone made ivory tarot cards.
Poor elephants, man.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, very sad.
Lawrence wonders what this
They're pretty.
means.
Oh,
So
I
he
love how
goes
pretty
back
these
to
are.
his room. You wonder who wrote and signed this book.
Careful, Lawrence, because this card, this fate, comes at an incredible price.
You took away my boyfriend, didn't you?
Yeah, he started to dust.
As
How did you
between the two of them, these men hold a set of scales.
Oh.
Lawrence, you gain one wish with which you can only right an injustice. You cannot undo any effect that has been drawn from this deck. But think carefully about the injustice that you would right.
Oh.
Damn, I'm glad it wasn't me, man. Phew.
And about the weight of the consequences.
So it's a wish
Ah.
spell, but it has to do bad.
It's a wish spell, but his boyfriend disappears.
What?
Oh no.
It's a wish spell that
Ah.
like that it has to have a negative effect. Is that what that means, basically?
I mean,
No.
No.
You gain one wish to right, as in to fix or resolve or get rid of, like an injustice.
Oh, I get it. Now. I
Um,
see the wording. Oh, I see. To rewrite
Yeah.
an injustice. Right, I see.
And like, for example, if you know, if Lawrence were to be like, okay, I wish that my poor Vasily never became a vampire, that would have some very bad consequences.
Wesley would die
The
immediately.
party immediately teleports back to Novostoya.
Yeah.
Let's go!
I'm just kidding.
We teleport back with
I love-
Novostoya. We have all the lovely fair things that we would have gotten there.
We're
Oh,
living a good life in Nova Scotia,
Blissful
TBH.
ignorance.
Honestly, love that for you.
Vincent is with the guy who was visiting Novostoya with his dad.
I'm just a man.
That's big, bro. Rewriting any injustice in the entire world. That's crazy.
Yeah, but also, be careful of what you wish for. There's
Oh,
there's
yeah,
gotta
obviously.
be some kind of monkey paw thing, you know?
Oh yeah, of
Policy.
course.
Well, it's like the same as that one guy who drew the card undo any event, and he said, I would like to undo this event, but he hadn't
would like to
considered that
delete that
what would
event.
happen if the event hadn't happened, you know?
Oh man, I wish this Elder Brain never existed. Okay.
No, he
it's the
literally
other way
said, if
around.
there was not a... I wish that there was never a Balhanath in this cavern.
No.
And I said, that's good.
Oh, that's what
So the
Elder
cavern
Brain-
is now free for other things to occupy it. And the combat starts anew.
You know what would be
Amber-
crazy?
Amber
I would
was-
just annihilate
Oh.
this entire campaign if we were just like Rewa was just like, I wish Toga's never had divination. Like, oh, by
Is that an
campaign.
injustice?
Of course it is.
I mean, it is a heavy
Yeah.
weight.
Oh, not
It's
just
such-
die of divination and them they don't,
It's
you know.
it's such a burden for someone to have to see that. Of course, it's an
Yeah,
injustice.
sure.
Ember
Imagine
was
that
so-
the entire campaign just gets annihilated immediately. Just like
no, Amber's just there like, I wish we were never captured by the Inquisition. Bam!
Well, that's
There goes the
one
entire
part of it, yeah.
campaign!
The whole campaign is done. Goodbye. Oh, it's Joe over, people.
wait, hold the fuck up. I mean, this would change everything. Couldn't you just be like, I wish Victoria was never picked up by, or like never sold to the, the people?
What? Why are you trying to get rid of my character?
It wouldn't get rid of him. But listen, it wouldn't get rid of him. It would mean he would never be a monster to begin with.
Yeah, but
I mean-
also we would
I mean,
not
yeah.
be here.
Called me a monster.
No, we would probably, I'd imagine we'd
Yeah,
probably
he would
be
just get sold into slavery instead.
Are you sure we would be here? Because we crashed only because Vittorio steered the cart after Delphine almost got run over by it.
Oh, okay, I didn't know that. Oh,
It
yeah,
would change everything, but Victoria would be happy.
yeah,
You sure about that?
We're happy for you, but Victoria's like, no, wait, my character arc.
Are you sure he would be happy though? Do you have proof of that? Are you sure he wouldn't still
I
be
mean,
sold by something else?
The misery couldn't be fucking much worse than being
Yeah,
turned
but we
into the
also-
poor guy that he is.
We also run into the same issue of the party would probably not be here.
That sounds like an Amber problem.
Or the party would just be further ahead instead.
Yeah, White just drops the yo. You know what you could do? What is possibly injustice? I wish we were never, or I wish us being stuck in the Feywild didn't last 4 months, and then we just
I don't know if that's an injustice, man. To be honest, objectively, that's not unjust. It's just how time works.
yeah.
Isn't
fair.
Arkhona being born an injustice?
What?
Vincent is aborted at 965 months immediately.
Honestly,
Like, that's
I
a
do
real
have-
question. What happens if you just say, "I wish the Doom guy was never born"? You know, that,
I mean,
that feels
you,
like an
you
injustice.
could you could fix the entire ending of the world by just there was an injustice that started this whole thing. I'm just saying it right there.
But what does that mean?
A betrayal of kin upon kin, spilling the blood of our peers. A chieftain's son, if you know what I mean.
I reckon you just get rid of the man himself, bro. I reckon you just
I don't think you can just say, God, I don't think this guy belongs here. Out, I want him out now. Out.
I suppose, I suppose the wording's pretty rough because it says injustice, but injustice to whom?
Well, it's like a person or something else. Like,
Because an
one-
injustice to one could be a complete justice to another, you know?
yeah, but most things in D&D are subjective. Like, if
Exactly.
I can only target good aligned people with a spell, who's to say that that person is good aligned? Like, it's my perspective, not
Hey,
theirs.
So are we using the injustice as like Lawrence's
the-
injustice?
The perspective, I imagine the global perspective of injustice. Like, oh, you killed that innocent man in cold blood. That's not
Ah,
injustice.
like
Or,
a
hey, you
global-
stole from that guy.
Well, I would argue that globally everyone would be happy to get rid of a Doom guy who's going
But you
around.
you can't undo him until he kills everyone. That's the problem.
I'm sure he's killed plenty of people in his fucking crusade of picking up all of these fucking magic
But then
items.
you would undo only the killing of that one person.
Not if you say, I just don't want him to be born, you know?
Yeah, but that, being born is not the injustice. That's the problem. It's
What
not
he
a bad
goes
thing
on
to do.
what he goes on to do is unjust, okay? That is enough.
Oh god.
I've had enough. Lawrence, unwish him.
Unwishing.
Undo this man.
Guys, what would you do if you said Lawrence unwished the Doom guy and then Vincent disappeared?
That would be interesting.
That would also
But
be
just a pop
paradox,
sound.
because if Vincent disappeared, no one would have told Lawrence to undo the guy,
No,
so the guy
no.
would still be here.
Yeah, but I imagine those time paradoxes don't happen. But if you were to wish that, surprisingly, I think most of the party would still be okay. The exception would be we'd never have met Tokas or Vincent. But Vittorio and Lawrence would still be Vittorio, Lawrence, and Zarius would still be together.
Big word.
Oh,
I mean, I don't know about together, because, like, it probably we would all be together.
I know exactly what I'm
Nonsense.
gonna wish for.
Oh no.
Don't like that sound.
Can you please
you
discuss
wait-
it with me
I'm
first?
gonna wish
You wait for
Riley
the
Ellis back.
for who?
The injustice that Zarius did upon him.
Can we
Yeah.
undo injustice that we did? Can we like remove the slight we have against the Kraken as well? Maybe.
He'll become my invasive familiar.
What happens if you wait? What happens if you wait until the end of the world? You somehow survive for one more split second, and then you undo the end of the world. What happens then?
We repeat everything.
No, does it like take us back like 3 seconds before it was the end of the world, and then it happens again? Or
Yeah,
like...
exactly. Told you there's a monkey
Well,
ball
here's
somewhere.
the thing, guys.
Yeah.
In my conversation with Castor, I've determined that if I get enough of these seraphic levels to get to the point where Castor's at, there's a good chance that, like, when I die, I just come back, but, like, I come back in a different time, in a different world, in a different place. I'll still have this wish, and then I'll be like, okay, well, I just wish the injustice of that world ending, like, didn't happen, and then boom, I'm back there in that moment. Easy.
I mean, yeah, in the broader scale of things, there's many worlds that are about to end, so you can end the injustice of them ending in any of them.
Honestly, this is great. This wish is fantastic.
Yeah, let's see if we can use it without exploding the world.
Yeah.
The amount of thought that you can put into this to do whatever you want
basically-
is amazing.
I want the injustice of the Imperium kind of getting to its current state to be undone.
The world ceases to
For
exist.
starters, you don't know what that is or what
Wake
it
the
means.
fuck up.
Would you undo racism?
Sunbeams. I mean, that could be an option, It's unjust
No,
to discriminate races.
Become good for Slattery.
You see, the point is, the more Lawrence becomes a Celestial, the more he's starting to understand racism a little bit.
Oh no!
So next time you ask him, hey, can you undo racism? It's very uncomfortable. It's like, no, I think they have a point.
No. What do you mean? He's like, yes, I'll undo racism. I wish for the injustice of other races' existence be undone.
Can you wish for racism, Lawrence? It says here
Everyone
that
in the party
it says
becomes
here-
a human.
It
Well,
says here
lucky.
that it has
done
to be unjust. Wait, hold on. What does it
Hold on,
mean?
what does he mean by that?
Amazing, absolutely amazing.
Even worse when the DM agrees with you and is like, yeah, they are unjust.
Lawrence, you should kill them all. You're so right.
I
Yeah.
love this type of shit in D&D when it's like a crazy
Well, who
ass
said
fucking
kill
thing that can
them?
change so
I'm
much.
just removing them.
Yeah, this is great.
Doing them a favor.
I look forward to seeing this unfurl many years down the line.
Yeah,
Yeah, we'll see how it goes.
yeah.
Could be right now. Think about the power you have.
But yeah,
This is like, I know I'm sitting here rocking in my chair, pondering it like an old lady on her porch.
as you should.
As you should indeed. Anyway.
We're gonna chat with the bees.
I think
and
I'm
then
gonna
go
bring
home.
Renwyn back.
I mean, that was a bit of an injustice.
Hmm.
Technically, I mean, he still exists, but,
That's true.
he's not really himself. Actually, maybe he is at this point. I don't know.
The implications of such a thing would probably bring the party back to Nova Soy again.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Who knows?
Oh no.
indeed.
Yippee.
Talk to the bees and then we're gonna go back home.
Correct. You guys can visit the bees. They're doing well. They're being it up. They're very busy because, like, spring is here, and so all the flowers are coming back. Most of them survived the winter as a result of some good deeds. Some of them died, but that's just from old age. Giant bees don't live forever.
I call that an
Yeah.
injustice. Lawrence?
They're just bees.
Oh my god, every time Val Vincent walks upon an injustice, Lawrence, the price of those
Come on,
mangoes is way
man.
too high.
What an injustice.
Oh, man.
Actually, though.
Factually, though.
Regardless. You can visit your little bee friends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And be happy.
82. Damn.
Mhm.
Yippee.
Wait.
Just a few days, man.
Oh no. Oh no.
What do you mean? Oh no.
Way too soon.
That's
I mean,
fine.
yeah, kind of easy. And
I mean, this is after the 4 days that you guys have to
Yeah,
spend
posting
waiting.
this
bringing a
screenshot.
new baby into a pox-ridden town. That's gotta work for sure.
Oh, I mean, if we're back,
Yeah.
you wanted to talk?
Yeah. When we come back to town, I guess before people are getting ready for sleep, Victoria's is gonna be like, Darius, you got a moment?
Sorry, he's like, yeah. What's up?
Yeah, I kind of wanted to talk about the egg and the griffin with you.
Ice Quinn, yeah.
Yeah, so I just want to be on the same page. Really. Since we were on the same page. That griffin, it's gonna be a companion and not a pet.
I gotta look at you as like, it's just a matter of words, but yeah, sure.
No, there's more than just a matter of words. It depends on how you treat it as well.
Yeah, like very well. Do you think that if I call something a pet, that means I don't think it matters?
I think, or I assume that you think less of a pet than you would of a companion.
What? No, I love Aurealis. What do you mean? What the? How? When have I ever shown you that that's what I think? Okay, the fish. Yeah, okay. I'll be honest. I don't particularly see a fish as like a companion. I'll be very honest. But it's because it's a fish.
Wow, fucking hell, man.
Right.
Come back to the shrimp.
I'm just making sure we're on the same page. You've had some ideas about capturing animals and whatnot in the past.
Yeah,
So
capturing them, training them.
Some opinions about slavery that I did not appreciate.
That doesn't mean that I don't see them as animals. I'm just seeing them as. Sorry, Stage for a moment. He's like, It's just that I think that if you train them,
Servants.
tame them, they can be of a very good use to the party.
uh-huh.
But it's all you also form a bond with them. That's what that process is. You taming a creature means you form a bond with it enough that it trusts people. If you weren't to form a bond with it, you wouldn't be able to tame a creature to begin with, because it would simply not listen to you.
Yeah, no, a bond is indeed needed. Right. Well, as long as
What was the visual image of me going to the wilds, beating the shit out of an ox, chaining it up, and just like ruling over it while like evilly laughing and saying, "Do what I want, my servant."
Well, not really the laughing part, and I guess more dragon-like, but yeah.
I mean, look. Would a king see peasants as pets? He still.
That's worse.
What the
Depends on who you ask.
What the fuck?
What the fuck?
I'm
Victoria, like-
creasing. This man is so delulu.
Yeah.
I love it.
Victoria
I mean, yes.
just raises an eyebrow. He's
Go on.
like, uh-huh.
We sell this egg.
Tell me more.
Right. Look, there is like all I'm trying to say is that that's going to be a companion. You know, we're gonna treat it as a companion, take care of it, and not as a pet we
No,
I guess have control over or parade around when we feel like it, just because.
Do it.
No, you treat it like an animal.
You treat it like a companion.
Yeah, but still an animal.
Griffins are not that stupid, you know?
No, I'm not saying they're stupid, but they're creatures. You have to still see them as creatures. You can bond with it, be careful with it, treat them right, but it's important that you don't start humanizing them. It's important that you still see them as for what they are. Griffins.
Man, fight for Griffin rights, dude.
I get what you're trying to say. I'm just making sure that you understand what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, no, I'm no ruling, lording over it. Yeah, no, I wasn't particularly planning on doing that.
All right.
It's going to be a mighty steed that trusts its rider. Hopefully, the both of us. You know, we'll see how that happens.
Mhm. Yeah, I suppose we will.
But the biggest reason why I wanted to help is because I want to see the opportunity to train it, to see if I can teach it things better than I would be able to teach Aurealis.
Hmm.
I've been taught the basics of the big critters, like big animals, while I was in like riding school and stuff like that. Hated horses. Did not like horses, but you know, they hated me too. Now that I remember it, one time they almost kicked me, but I want to see how well this beast can be trained. That's why I want to help. I mean, would it be cool to be able to say that I ride a griffin? Yeah, but also it's just in general cool that you can train one that's smart, intelligent. You can probably teach it even in more interesting tricks than you can like other animals.
Maybe.
Maybe.
I mean, yeah, but I feel a little bit offended that you thought I was going to just lord over the thing.
Literally, Zari's right there for real.
I'm.
He's gaslighting you, Vittorio.
Wow.
Sick gaslight technique. I can't believe you said that to me. Like,
Yeah, why would you say
Yeah.
these things about me? What the hell?
No,
My green dragon heart full of deception.
yeah. It's sort of like. As I said, based on some of the things you've said in the past about capturing and training creatures and whatnot. And let's just say that yeah, I mean, sometimes you do act a bit strange ever since you know, we kind of had to put that that dragon heart in you.
What do you mean?
I mean, what comes to mind is at one time when we needed to split some costs, and you kind of looked like we were trying to murder you when we asked for it was like a very small sum of money.
he's also gaslighting you. He hasn't used actual data, any specific detail.
I squint to Vittorio, but how much was this money?
I just like looks off in the distance and thinks,
$20,000.
no.
$20,000.
He thinks for a moment. And he's like, I think wasn't more than like 25.
You know how much money 25 gold is? Sorry, it looks at you.
Considering how much money we kind of had at the time, that wasn't that any.
Damn, Victoria.
He's got you again.
Looks you're like what?
He played you like a fiddle.
This dragon cannot be trusted.
Yeah, kill him now.
Yeah, I should slay this dragon. True. No,
You should unwrite this injustice.
Oh yeah.
Stop it!
He's never gonna forget it.
No, it was like
Tricked wish.
Look, just because we got a lot of money doesn't mean that it becomes less money. It's still a lot of money. We just have
Word.
more of it.
Right, we should invest.
Yeah, no, I get that. It's I'm just worried and sometimes, so I'll just fine. I'll yeah. I talked about what I needed to talk about, I suppose.
But no, I get it. It's an animal. We'll treat it like an animal, but a very smart animal.
He like opens his mouth, closes his mouth, and he's like, I don't really treat Pierre like an animal.
Cyrus looks at you. Cyrus looks at you and just leans over. So you treat it like a person?
I mean, more or less.
Cyrus kind of squints him like, I don't know if that says more about me or you here.
That's also a gaslighting technique.
But it's animals. Like, I don't mean that you should treat something bad just because it's an animal.
Gabe is an expert.
You need to interact with animals differently than you need to interact with people. It can be a trusted, bonded, close animal. You just need to still treat it like an animal. That's more healthy for you and more healthy for the thing you're training. At least that's what we were told about the horses.
Vittorio, this animal is speaking.
And the horses hated you apparently.
Hey, I don't know why that was the case, but the same thing. All the other students did the same thing, and that worked the same.
I see.
He's on the back leg. Finish him.
Kill him now.
I mean, if it's, if it comes down to it, I could always give you the rest of the money and just let's do this on my own.
What do you mean?
He just wants the egg.
He's trying to buy you out, Zarius. He knows the value.
From you with feels of guilt, so then you will allow him to take it from you.
He wants to take this from you. Your precious animal. Your slave. He wants to take this away from you.
He's trying to take your treasure.
He's doing it through the means of deception.
Oh my god.
I trying to deceive you. I kill Vittorio and steal his money.
Of a friend.
He's trying to
Lords,
deceive
right
you.
this injustice.
Classic loaded ring.
Oh my
You give
god.
them money and they keep the egg.
Oh my god.
Remember, Zarius, you're the king of the mountain.
There's no
He's trying to
injustice to be
deceive you.
right, TBH.
I mean, you guys are right. I am better than everyone here, so that is a fact.
He thinks that he is smarter than you.
Try that again.
Oh yeah. So wait, you're saying I can't do this? Is that what you're trying to say?
That's not really what I was saying.
Yep, it is.
Gaslighting. He's lying to you, deceiving you.
How dare your friend lie to you in your face?
I hear them, my precious. He's trying to take my precious.
His dragon madness is getting worse. Keep pushing him.
This is canonical dragon madness coming in right here.
Amber be like, hey Mark, you just unlocked Dragon Tier 2. Congratulations.
Need to be your inner thoughts and
Oh
doubts.
my god.
Previous lore bits have in fact established that dragons have echoes or memories of different planes of existence.
Oh, yeah.
Zarius is just hearing other iterations of himself.
So he just kind
Talking
of puffs
to
up
him.
his chest. He kind of just puffs up his chest, kind of takes a better stance. He's just like, I feel I've proven myself with Aurealis. I've taught him how to work, and I've taught him how to work.
I didn't say that I don't think you can do it.
He's trying to discredit your work.
Then what are you trying to say, Vittorio?
I
Oh, just a moment. Someone's at my door.
Keep going.
I'm
the voice.
just. God
The fucking
damn it.
demon whispering his versus head. Hold up, the pizza arrived. Give me a moment.
I'm just saying, if it comes to it at some point, and it turns out that, let's just say, our working together with the upbringing doesn't work that well, I can just pay for the half that you paid for, is what I'm saying.
He wants to pay you
I
out.
really-
You have so much money already. You don't need more money. You need lives.
Zarius, who definitely needs more money. What? What are you saying, boys?
Is he trying? Is he saying that he can buy you out, the Lord of the Mountain? The silver ring will forever be mine.
It really sounds like you don't want to do this with me, Vittorio.
Oh no, it turned into a divorce
Oh
company.
my god. It's like, that's not what I'm saying, and that's not. I've brought up my concerns. I said how I would like to treat it once it's born. And that's kind of all I'm trying to do, okay?
Yeah, and I'm not saying I disagree with it. I'm just saying tell treated like an animal. And I don't get your problem with that statement.
Alright, I suppose we'll see once it's actually born then.
Sorry, I was running away with the egg the day after.
Yeah, I guess we will.
And, yeah. As I said, don't doubt that you can do it. I know you did put some time in with Aurealis. I wish I had more time to put in with, Ingir and Artrex, but, yeah.
Well, you do also have 4 wolves.
Well,
Delphine.
Mm.
And now that I think about it, if anyone has an animal problem, it might also be you a little bit.
You called your child an animal. Behead him now.
Yeah, I take his head.
Armor of green dragon scales will look so good on you.
I don't have green dragon
Imagine the
scales.
sword you could make from his scale. Invented with fire and acid. Perfect for you.
Jory's like, well, that's kind of a different matter, I suppose. But
I mean, speaking of that, you still need to talk about with her about it, right?
no, we've already talked, and if hopefully we manage to help Jace's parents and well, fix whatever's going on, then maybe they might be willing to let them stay on the farm with the rest of the animals. Could probably be pretty good at guarding from other creatures trying to get in.
He lies. He knows that you don't know.
Is she okay with leaving them behind?
She's sad about it, which I understand, but she also she was happy when I brought up the idea of maybe Jace's parents, their farm, because at least then she knows they'll be in good hands and they'll be together.
Look, when it comes to that, at one point she's got a At one point, she's kind of has to
Grow up.
no. I want to say slightly make a decision, but because right now, every day you're still trying to give her the benefit of both, and I mean it's not really working, right? I mean she's still struggling between whichever side she wants to be with.
I mean,
No, she isn't.
Well, that's what Zarius believes in.
Yeah.
yeah.
Lying to
Victoria's
you,
like,
Vittorio.
He's lying.
lying.
Kill him. Take his heart and
He's
eat
trying
it.
to take her away from you so he can rule over her as well.
Hermine, he wants to be a minion.
Vittorio, he's like, well, I don't. As far as I know, these past 4 months, she, I mean, she's learned him a thing or two. You know, being around people, all of that kind of stuff. As for, struggling with that, I mean, she kind of just wants all of us to be a family together, and, you know, she doesn't want to split up or walk a different path, which is why I kind of promised her we'd, you know, stick together.
And yeah, of course she's she's been part of the Stargazers for longer than half this party. So I mean, yeah, she's always part of it.
Yeah.
I mean, longer than Vincador took us.
Would we even be here without her?
And arguably, she's been
He
here.
wants to take it from you.
She's been here longer than I was, technically.
Put him
Sort
on the
of.
stake.
Like only like a couple minutes, but still.
Yeah. And, you know, after we've saved the world and all of that shit, if she wants to go out, do some adventuring of her own, then I'm sure she'll tell us.
Yippee.
Yeah, I guess we will. Well, I'm glad we had this. I don't think it was very resolving, but at least this talk was. We need to discuss some more about what rules we put in place to begin with, but
The tyrant strikes again. Strike first.
Yeah, like,
End him.
like what?
like training, feeding schedules,
Uh,
we need to be on the same line.
He wants to feed him. Garbage. Not worth for a companion.
Yeah, no, we'll have to figure that out. But that shouldn't be too hard to work out.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's get to it.
Right.
2 more days.
Yeah.
Or was it? Yeah, 2 more days, right? That we
No,
have
it was
to-
4. We
Oh,
have to
it was
wait
4.
4
Yeah, I need
days
to wait 4 days in total.
here, so we're gonna have to spend 4 days. I mean, I guess we don't have to spend 4 days in town. We can go out of town and call Jenny near Fafnold as well.
That is true.
Yeah.
Because we can call her. So
Yeah.
sitting on our asses for 4 days does not make that much sense.
I asked Amber, and she said that to go to the Queensberry Lodge it takes 2 days because the Queensberry Lodge is in Fafnold, and I think they might have a solution because, you know, the people affected are halflings, and the lodge is
It was
mostly
3 days to get there, but it's alright.
Well, mashallah, then we can just go immediately. I need a day to browse the markets, the stores for
You see the
stuff.
warg is just the guy.
I mean,
I love
I
that
mean-
for him.
can we not go there and bury the pot there in the forest?
Yeah, that's
So
what
they
I said.
Yes.
Yeah, oh,
I
I
just
didn't
need
know.
a day because Amber already, showed me what was in stock before we go to Landos. So I need to take a day to browse the stores. But after that, the other 3 days we spend them traveling, and on the 4th day we get to the lodge. And then we can, bury the pot in that evening of the 4th day. And the 5th day we can get our stuff.
That does sound good.
Yeah, we can certainly do that. Oh,
All right,
Oh,
we do that then.
I love that for you.
Thank you. Can I work on my tinkering during the travel
How?
in my wagon
Yeah, like how?
by working?
Okay, so you will not be steering this cart.
Doesn't the cart move itself? Plus, there's also Jace. Unless
Yeah,
she
each
wants to
cart
tinker.
has like a number of people that it requires,
Hmm.
to roll the thing, remember?
And how much is that?
I think it's 2 for your cart, but it said in the PDF.
Oh, I left it. Yeah, then I
Jesus.
guess I don't.
okay.
All right. Then we just make our way over there.
Yeah. Doing the lovely. And did we take our cards? Yeah or no? Or did we just take like your card? Quick thinking.
We didn't take any wagons, if I remember
Because
correctly.
those would be mega expensive on the train.
It would be more expensive to rig stuff, but we'd have our So yeah, I guess we're all in the same wagon. So I don't
Okay,
think it's
so then if you want to store them anywhere, you're gonna have to go back and then back again.
to store what?
There
Yeah.
and back again, someone would say.
yeah, if we want to store all our animals and wagons, we would have to go back and then.
To be
go-
honest, we did not take them
Fuck's
with
sake,
us.
guys. Good God. Sort your shit out.
Literally, you did not take them because you said, "Oh, actually, we want to consider this, so we're not gonna we're gonna not say that we paid the fee for it until next session." But then you never go back to me, so
If you said that, that must be true. So I guess we can take our stuff.
oh, then I need you to pay.
No.
Yeah. I mean, I just need one wagon and I need to grab the other.
Yeah,
But I do believe it's.
Yeah, exactly. How much is the cost for the wagons on the train and the horses?
Oh, don't ask me this again. I put it somewhere.
Okay, then we fix that after session.
Sounds good.
Well, actually, it might really change Zarya's behavior,
Oh, no.
depending on how much money it costs. Just trust me, guys. I'm quite literally like down to like 10 GP before the threshold's crossed.
Damn,
Oh well, yeah. I mean, you're definitely over that.
Such cases.
damn,
Right.
Seems like a
Yeah.
you problem.
damn. I guess their conversation was a lot different and very much more. Oh,
All those
damn,
voices is felt in
Damn.
his head. He actually said it.
damn. Vittorio's right. He is different.
Zarya sees all it. He's
You've
like,
changed.
he sees himself getting the shakes again. He's like, I just got out of my drug addiction.
No.
Me sprinkling some angel dust into his mouth when he sleeps.
Oh.
That's fucked. Fuck. I'm the drug fairy.
Old
Oh,
trickery,
man.
no magic takes this powder dust. Wiggly woggly, you have an addiction now.
Kokas wants to become the crooked moon.
Yeah, literally.
He is.
I'm so crooked, guys.
You know what this is? An injustice. Lords, undo him.
Undo it.
It was at least
Yeah.
one procession. You don't need more than that.
Undo him right now. You've been undone.
I was
By
thinking,
your
if you can undo an injustice, do you undo the injuster or just the act of the injustice?
Wait, can you repeat that?
You know the answer.
'Cause if you can undo an injustice,
Let's find out.
do you undo the injuster or do you only undo the injustice itself?
I mean, probably the injustice itself.
But then what stops the guy from doing it again?
Mm.
That's for you to consider.
I mean,
I'm also considering that the world of Etharis map is completely grey.
The anvil that fell on his head.
Word.
Killing world map is not grey for me.
It's
yeah.
'cause you
I
don't
can
have
also
dark
see
vision.
it proper.
What's it called?
Give us
see-
hardware acceleration off again.
No, my foundry works. No.
Yeah. Gabe, check how much space you have left on.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
I got my Discord up.
Because I realized that was probably the issue last time when it happened for me.
I need 2 D12s.
Damn,
Of
that's
course.
a lot of dice. Who hasn't rolled any dice today?
I think Vincent
It's only
Lords.
Wow.
Damn.
Let's get him.
So you guys can roll one d12.
Gotta put on
each.
some
Me.
ginger back.
Okay, that's a 10 on one of them, and
Fuck, why am I a coin?
It's over.
Wait, a coin. I mean,
8.
hey, it's because you're from Charon. Don't you remember?
Oh fuck! Why is this happening? Why the fuck am I a coin?
I can't believe
It's
You are a coin now.
it's sadly a lot more boring of an answer. It's because you know the party token, you accidentally selected it here on the map. But still funny.
Just how do all these things keep happening?
Many such cases. At everyone.
What are you doing? Suka.
Oh, gorgeous.
Complete.
Very handsome.
Y'all look so good. Very happy for you.
Yeah. I
Wow,
did
well
not
done,
ask
Vincent.
Dartmoor to draw that fucking
Thank
jawline
you.
like it.
I tried.
God. But
I tried my hardest in that role.
Man, no, I want to get a commission as well, but I don't have money for it. So, yeah, fuck me.
Don't tell me about it, brother.
Consider only D100.
Oh, it's the mole man.
74.
I do like mole men.
Oh, the god mole man, is it going to return?
Hey yo.
I remember the god mole man that Vincent still praises this day.
Damn, maybe it was fate that you came across that mole
Yep.
man. Yeah.
Facts. The mole man is gonna save you when
Nope.
Arkhona stabs your heart with the god-eating sword.
No,
And
because
the
I'm going to
mole man
stab him
comes
first.
Comes up from the wound and he's like, nah, nah, nah. Eats the sword and runs away.
I'm literally going to stab him first. Like, what is he going to do?
That's true.
Would-
Not get stabbed probably with his armor and vulnerability.
I wonder.
You mean? I'll have a halberd of anti-vulnerability.
Anti-vulnerability. That sounds not good. Honestly, it's kind of weird that the armor of invulnerability makes you resistant. It's kind of fucking whack, you know.
Holy shit.
Damn, what did Vincent roll?
What did I do now, brother?
The actual weeping boys.
The dragon that just revived out of nowhere.
Mara did finally manage to get her old body back.
What have I done?
Wow.
Us who so for some reason suddenly walk into Siren.
Someone else roll me a D12. Actually, 2d12.
I rolled a 9.
I
And
rolled
another
a
9.
9
That's
as well.
kind of cool.
Okay, both
I
of you
remember
roll me a
watching
d100.
Oh boy.
Oh, Mark, do you want to roll? Oh, well,
Um,
no. 66. I don't like that. I don't like all these 6s in one roll.
Bro, what the fuck? I can't type.
Ah, illiterate.
Was it a D12?
That's
no,
No, a
it's-
d100.
Oh, I'm so sad. I had like a lot of those backslashes. I was like, why can't I type? But I was just misplacing my hand. I like the 6674 though.
Oh, I don't see your roll.
There's no 74.
No, Vincent's 74.
Vincent rolled
Yeah, but what
74.
about your D100?
He didn't
I
roll.
thought you rolled already.
Yeah, well, we needed 2.
No, I thought that
It was 2
9.
Yeah.
Oh, 9, 9, 66, and 9. I don't know what it's going for, but
no.
kind of foreboding.
Hmm,
Watching a carefully built game crumble in her hands due to a random table.
not at all.
It's actually more self-fulfilling prophecies, though.
Yeah. It's gonna be great. We get to the end of the world, and then Archeon is there, and he's like, "Wow, took you long. Okay, well now that you're here, now we can actually end the world. Thank you for working towards that goal this entire time. You've been very helpful."
I still think it's all a psyop, and we're being lied to, and like he's actually trying to save the world, and we're destroying it.
I would not put it past our illustrious DM.
Hell yeah, let's do it. Let's destroy this planet.
Hell yeah, bro!
Let's join him. Let's join him in destroying. Let's go.
I want to destroy the planet, turn into a space whale, and then drift into the next one.
Let's go.
Let's fucking go! That's what I'm talking about.
Amber's done with this setting, so she's just gonna blow it all up and then go to a different planet.
Yeah, sure.
No,
She
she blows it all up,
continent.
and then she's gonna host a Humblewood campaign.
Yep.
Honestly,
And
I'm
we're, all
all
go- and, we're all gonna play as little owls and shit. It's gonna be cute as fuck. Alright, petition for Amber to run Humblewood so we can all play cute little versions of ourselves with like toothpicks for swords.
would love that, to be honest. I already have my baby self character from when we playing around with AI.
Gabe's like, I'd love that. Gabe would just please Tokas.
Gabe just repicks Stokaz instead of like
Actually,
Just one-on-one.
one-on-one.
I picked Tokas, but he's slightly more animal-like.
The only difference is that all the other characters are now the same height as him.
True.
I'm gonna pick a barbarian ant.
I love that.
So cute. Love that for you.
I mean, debatable, but
What do you mean?
Why?
it's like debatable.
I picked like the Owlin Ranger. I think that'd be cute.
Oh wait, even better. It's gonna be a fucking
The Owl Ranger.
Hercules.
What do you mean?
I'm gonna pick a fucking Hercules beetle barbarian. Even better. Holy
Oh
fuck.
yeah, with your little dung ball that you cannot go without.
Yep.
Every time I rage is because someone touched my dung ball, and I did not allow them
But
to.
instead of a dung ball, it's gonna be a tiny ball of gold, and I'm just gonna carry it around with me all the time.
A tungsten ball.
Yep. And if someone touches my ball, I kill him.
Yeah, damn, this guy touched my balls. I'm gonna kill him now. Me,
Right,
when
when's
someone
this happening?
touches my precious balls without asking me first,
When
it's death for you.
When is this happening, bro? I need to wield a barbarian beetle that uses a plank of wood as a weapon.
Honestly, that's good.
Makes sense.
Like Trixie in fucking Dreamlanders with her 1 damage of brass knuckles dealing 18 damage. I'm like, how did you do that?
What the fuck?
Yeah. Gobsmacked.
Gobsmack.
Okay, that makes sense.
I'm glad it does. To be honest, I'm glad it does for you. It's like makes a little less sense for me, but like that's like the focal point, you know.
Damn.
Mm-hmm.
You know, after like Amber has put all the things together. She's gonna open with. So what did happen? What did happen to Korabas under the mountain?
He got killed.
No, and then a nice big old red dragon flies ahead of us and just engulfs us in flames.
No, man, he got killed. Like a long time ago.
No, no. What did happen to him? You know.
Yeah, I'm telling you, he got killed by like a dwarf
He's
and a
Zarya's
gnome.
First things first, lunch of your first day of travel.
Lunch. Oh fuck. yeah,
Actually, this is
lunch.
not lunch. This is
This is
dinner.
like a
This is
breakfast.
like nice try. This is dinner of your first day of travel.
Lemonsies?
Yes.
Lunch?
Party. As you set up camp for the night and have your dinner, I need some perception checks.
Ooh.
And I need to know who's going to do what in setting up your little camp for the evening.
I am weaving a tiny hut.
I'll collect
With
I would like to set up the fire.
yeah. I'm doing a tiny hut, and I'm getting ready to do some work on my tinkering project in the 2 hours before bed.
I'll get wooden shit.
Tokas, who is basically just now said, "I'm not making a perception check, not taking a watch."
No, I am.
But that's the 2 hours.
No, I know.
Vittorio, what is Vittorio doing? It's part of setting up the camp. I guess taking out our supplies, so that we can indeed have something to eat.
Go with that option, to be honest.
Gathering the firewood and stuff.
The fuck? You just fucking yoinked my roll?
Get fucked. Get eliminated, you know.
What the fuck? Well, I guess,
You guys still have rations.
guess I'm going fishing then, so I don't have to use a ration.
Actually, though,
Damn, I guess I don't really need to take out a lot of supplies. Yeah, rations. Yeah, true.
give me out, Jesse.
Yeah, I mean, we do have rations. That do be true.
Yeah.
Subtract the ration from your ration box then.
4. I now have 4.
Why is everyone rolling observation checks?
Because you asked us.
You asked us to.
Oh my god, my brain is like, what the
Yeah.
fuck? I
was
was
about to say.
like doing 2 different things at once.
Oh,
Why are you doing that? Well, you did tell us to.
Haha, got you.
got you. Got myself as well.
Got all of us.
Yeah.
If I asked all of you, why didn't Vincent roll?
Oh,
Because you didn't ask all of us. You asked
Yeah.
the ones that were doing
yeah.
watches.
No,
And
no,
Vincent's not doing a
No,
watch.
I asked you guys to just make a perception check.
Incorrect.
no.
You didn't even know what was going on.
What do you mean?
Incorrect.
Here's your
I guess I was incorrect.
Give me out,
Okay.
Jesse.
observation room.
In that case, Nora Lawrence is the only one who notices.
Ran out of pop girly. Yippee.
Like +1 observation.
Actually, I
wave at
also
scene.
notice.
Mm,
Imagine putting anything into observation. Who needs eyes these days?
Word. That's so based of you, honestly.
Yeah.
Based in Beppy build.
okay. I love that.
I love that for you.
I'm glad you love that. TBH.
You too.
I just heard a peculiar sound.
Yeah, it was a very peculiar sound.
Mm-hmm.
I was just laughing at fucking Varys saying Ayo.
Oh,
My
okay.
I see.
Makes a lot more sense.
Yeah, I wasn't just being a fucking freak over here, just going.
Yeah,
Oh, there
fair
was
enough.
Amber making
Are you
one of her,
sure?
like,
We had the same thought.
It's like it sounded like what baby crocodiles sound like. So I was like, very strange. Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, you can stick too close to the incubator as much as you want. It always makes a little bit of sound.
God fucking damn it. It's okay.
But like, no, never when you're looking at it, like
Yeah,
nothing
what
happens.
I was about to say, yeah, imagine this much.
I still have to live with the PTSD of seeing that poor stick man run into a puddle to its own death. Fuck's sake.
Like, I got you, buddy.
It haunts
Don't
me every night.
don't touch this.
It's my every living nightmare. Every time I close my eyes, I see that poor stick
I once gave my
figurine.
players a candle golem,
Yeah.
and it's exactly what it sounds like. You light the candle, and if the candle golem comes to life, it burns down.
Fuck.
Then when it runs out,
Yeah.
the candle golem, yeah,
That's fucked
And
up, man.
we've denied him his existence because his
my
existence
players
would-
haven't
his existence would be
lit
short
it up.
and cruel. So we
That's
just
fucked up,
have
man.
him as inert, unlit.
Poor guy, man.
No.
Out here. Just living that last flame on the wick. And you just hear him. I love you. As he melts into a puddle of wax.
See, this is what we don't want to experience.
It makes me very sad.
Yeah.
Go and give him into the Zoblo.
Might have to yoink that idea.
Do a trade.
Very well then. Can you please?
Yeah.
Why did I turn on the wall of
should.
Etharis? Oh damn it! I shouldn't have done
Import.
that. Whatever.
Hello?
Can you guys indicate a watch order for the night?
Sure.
Why did I boot up World of Warcraft? I will go first.
I would like it if you did not. You can use the Stargazers landing page. Where's
Lawrence
gone?
be like, what?
Where's Lawrence?
Not it.
I don't know why Zaris was
I'm
over
right here.
Lawrence.
Present.
Yeah, I know.
I'm back.
Welcome back. Please indicate watch order on the Stargazers landing page.
Oh, sure. Can't believe I had to land my page.
I hope this page will load.
Amber has already put you.
Page
on
is so
the
well
first.
landed right now.
I'm not on the first one.
No, I
Now I am.
said that to White.
Did Jace come with us?
Yeah.
Assume so.
Yeah.
I assume that
Sure.
everyone is with us.
Oh,
I would hope so.
we have lost Brandon due to a family emergency. So we're going to continue. I imagine we're going to just continue.
Yeah.
Tokus, we need you on fourth watch.
No, thank you.
He doesn't
I mean-
watch, so
I guess we can put Vincent on fourth watch, sort of.
yeah.
Jace be like, I'll be sleeping. I goosey sleepy. Understandable, Jace.
We're not gonna cope with these NPCs right
Yeah,
now.
we're not gonna put
Why-
all the NPCs into the fucking watch order.
I'm not. Why did this here? Okay, there we go. Much better.
Much bitter, even.
This is not a watch order like rolling related thing. This is a person who notices something.
I see.
I'm that person.
Correct.
Show me what you got.
Show patience.
I can do that.
Very good.
I have loaded onto the stargazing landing page.
Very good. I'd already put you in the order, so don't worry. Sarius, who has a +1 in dim light conditions. Yippee!
That's where we.
Me, who still has only a 5.
A +1 is a +1, and that's what matters.
I imagine
Lawrence.
Zarya still is not used to seeing in the dark.
No, he's having a rough time.
I can see in the dark. What do you mean?
Lawrence, there's something that you take note of. The place where you guys have set up camp is actually right near a small glade. The trees at the border of it are old, gnarled branches intertwined to form some sort of natural canopy that filters moonlight into soft, dappled patterns on the forest floor. Their ancient bodies are etched with scars dozens, if not 100 years old.
Oh, trees.
That's what you say to yourself as you brush your hand across the bow of one of them, keeping a careful watch on your party who camps nearby. But that is when your
Bloodied
eyes...
but unbowed.
Trees are ancient priests. But that is when your eyes glide over the center of this little glade, and you see a shallow depression in the earth where something shimmers, glittering in silver and red colors.
Oh my god. I nudge Vasily and point at it, and I'm like, Vasily,
What?
Vasily, this is
What?
prime inspiration for your book. I'm gonna go touch it. I point towards the thing.
This is exactly the reason why I write my book, so
And
children
waddle
don't touch
over.
things. Lawrence! Lawrence,
I waddle over.
you
Maybe it's
walk over
like
there.
Ladybug and a firefly are, creating like.
No, you're cutting out. I'm afraid you cut out pretty badly there.
Thing together. Oh, there's a ladybug and a firefly getting it on, and they're gonna make something new.
What? As you walk closer, you see that the small depression is host to strange plant life. Vegetation in a dark green color that shimmers almost silvery and red at the top of their leaves. Little bugs which also shimmer in shades of dark green and faintly red. Flit from plant to plant.
Lawrence will inch closer and kind of peered maybe down at what this depression could be,
Give me a geology check.
causing this weird coloration. So good at those.
Who knows?
I
You
love
might
rocks.
surprise us all. I know all about earthly depressions.
I am depressed myself.
Well, I'm motivated to impress Vesely with my knowledge about rocks. Can I be humanly determined?
Sure. Vasily standing like a distance away. He says, Lawrence, please don't touch that. Can you please do not do that?
I clicked roll, but it's not coming through.
But the roll
You might have
wasn't
to roll
critical.
and
So
yeah.
I will just roll here.
Where will you roll? $17.
17. And Etharis rolling.
Lawrence, you look around in this little glade at the trees. They're strange. The strange way they've grown, almost. And the edges around this place. It's almost as though the place that you stand in is a lot lower and almost like in tiers goes upwards towards the outside. Studying this, you're pretty sure you're standing in like a crater of sorts, and there's like strange plant life growing at the center of it.
A meteorite. Oh man.
Plants from the stars.
Star plants. This could be useful for when we're exploring the stars later.
Mm-hmm.
Could I pull out like a stick or something and like kind of like poke at and push back the plants to see if there's like maybe something out at the center of this crater?
There's a lot of dirt there.
Lot
You
of
push-
dirt.
Yeah, you push back the plants.
Well,
There's
what else
just
are the
this.
plants
There's a
supposed
lot.
to grow on?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh. Gonna. Yeah, maybe I'll just start poking at the ground, being like, is there something underneath here? Plants to grow
Lawrence, what are
from.
you doing? Why are you
Pull back
poking it with the
Vas-
stick? You know what they say
Vasily.
about sleeping bears and sticks?
Vasily, come here.
I don't
Vasily,
know
this
if
is
I
a sleeping
want
bear.
to.
Vasily, come here. No, it's a comet. You know those
Uh,
little stars from the sky? One of them
uh,
fell here, I think.
he kind of like looks around himself, checking the area, and then he
Well,
like
either you come
scuttles
over and help
closer.
me, or I will look at it myself.
He scuttles over and he says, "Don't like it. Not one bit, Lawrence."
What about it don't you like? I would say you're reading too many children's stories, but you're also writing them, so.
There's a grain of truth in these. The outside world is dangerous.
How you've been now you've been reading too much of their advertising. Give me a second, yeah, concentrate. Emma, I'd like to make a witch sight check.
Okay. Go ahead.
Yippee. Ooh,
Damn.
11.
You feel some kind of warmth beneath you, as though the earth itself radiates body heat.
There's energy trapped here beneath the ground. Lawrence puts his hand in the soil and kind of like shimmies down. See if he feels anything.
You're gonna start digging?
More of like I was about to say, uh, I don't know. Is this like packed ground or is this like loose soil?
A bit of a mix. Like the
Just so you can
plants are
just like
pretty
push your
solidly,
fingers
yeah.
through it.
I mean, yeah, with a bit of pressure, you can push your fingers into it.
Okay, yeah, I'm just wondering, like if I don't know, feel anything down there, or if I can determine like there's a source
I mean, yeah, you can feel, like, if you
where
start
there's like
digging into the
warmth
ground, you
is
can feel the
emanating
heat
from.
coming on stronger and stronger. Like you're getting closer to it.
Mm. Oh, vastly, I really want to see what's down here. I want to know if it's like a really big star or like a really small one.
Wouldn't it be... No, he would not say, wouldn't it be bright? He's not that stupid.
He would be dead by radiation if it was a star.
Presley's not sure what to say, like, about that. He says, what is so special about the star that is, like, not in the sky anymore?
Maybe it's not that it's not special, it's that it's bad. Fallen. Evil star. Twinkle, twinkle, little star. Look afar. fallen.
Are you going to? Are you going to seriously here with me and tell me that the Stargazer should have no interest in stars that are within their reach?
No, I think you should. Sure, you should go for the star.
You should keep gazing at it and not touch it.
Fastly, they're like, okay, Lawrence, I mean, if you want to touch the elephant's
I
boot, you
support you in all
can.
of your endeavors, but if you get the cancer, I cannot cure you.
Yes, I will. It's fine. I'm the cleric.
Should I go get the shovel, or you want to just get your fingers dirty? Like, is this?
I'll
Dirty fingers.
yeah, I'll I mean, I don't mind either way. I mean, if you
A
want, you can get
little,
a shovel.
a little bug, like a little
I'm
glow
just
bug,
gonna,
lands
like,
on you,
dig down,
Lawrence.
but I don't know how deep it is. Ah, that's a glow bug.
Lawrence, considering the fact that there's like an abundance of
I
plant
pass it.
life here, consider there's an abundance of plant life here, and like the crater itself is also, you know, kind of like
Mhm.
settled almost again and eroded away. This has been here for a while, so there's a chance like it's and not
Mm.
directly below the surface if there is a meteorite.
Wow. Okay, that's fair enough. It'll require a whole thing to dig up, I imagine. Hmm. But it's warm here and nice.
Not sure if it should feel that way, Lawrence. Fastly says going over to find a shovel.
Guess me,
Oh,
Vasily
man.
can look at all the bugs and plants. No, it's okay, Vasily. You don't need to dig anything. It's okay. Come here.
Okay. Comes over. It's like a little thing on you. He says like pushing the glow bug away.
Catch it in my hand. Isn't it very cute? It glows. And it flies. And wow, I realize I do the same thing, but it's small.
He's a glow.
It's a bit bigger than this one.
I don't know what they eat.
What do you eat? Why wouldn't they eat the same?
Mm,
He's speaking facts, though.
I really like those chicken skewers.
If I was a bug,
Back
I
in
would
the
just eat the
tavern.
chicken skewers because, like, you're not gonna live very long life anyway. Someone's gonna eventually squish you.
Well, that won't be either any of us. Isn't that right, Bethany?
No. He
Really
says,
big
like
balls.
pushing the bug away with his hand.
Mm-hmm.
I would not do that.
Bug immediately
I let the bug go.
spewers.
It goes and sits on your shoulder again. And uses you as like a landing strip.
See, what a good
As
bug.
it shows it's shaking its like glowing ass to attract other glow bugs.
Mhm.
Yippee!
Glow bug
Oh, nice.
signaling.
I make
how
myself a
to-
larger surface area by pulling my wings out.
Roll me a d40.
D40.
A weird thing to say.
What a
What a
weird thing
peculiar
to say.
number that is.
It's okay, just don't roll a 40.
Mm-hmm.
Whoa,
Well,
29!
yeah, okay, I guess that was
It's not
multiple of
40.
them.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's
Within
21.
15 minutes, Lawrence is lit up like a Christmas tree as now
Mm.
39 other glow bugs are walking all over him.
Yippee! Vasily, they flock to me.
I am their king.
I think they know you are like them, but bigger. They see you as some sort of like a
Think
giant
so.
glow bug mate, you know, like the glow bug king.
Yippee, Glowbug King.
I'm the Glowbug King.
Oh, no.
So cute. Do you like? I imagine you don't like these bugs, Vasily.
I don't like the way their fat little ropey bodies glow like that and as they wriggle all over you, but I am containing my disgust.
For my sake, thank you.
That's okay.
You were
I am
too
glad you're not a
kind.
glow bug.
Greater High Vampire Lord.
Oh well, you know, that could be me, but I'm choosing to be humble. Now look how the mighty have fallen.
It's true. Calling all the creatures of the night to you.
Yeah, the glow bugs.
The Glowbugs of the night.
No.
Not sure how many villages I could terrorize with an army of
Vasily,
glow bugs.
Name. I
Name
think it's
what?
less about terrorizing villages. I mean, think about it. How many vampires do you know that are successful authors? I can only name one.
What about that guy of Diary of a Vampire?
He's got a point.
I don't think he was a vampire. I think that was a fan fiction.
What is a fanfiction?
Yeah, of course he doesn't know that. Oh, yeah.
What is a fan fiction, Lawrence?
And he's like, well, basically, and we get these. We had these at the monastery as well. But basically, what
Hope not.
happens is I read were like, your holy texts.
Mm-hmm.
They really like your holy texts, but they got some problems with maybe your setting and environment, and they kind of like rewrite it in their own kind of way. And these were heresy, like heretical pieces, basically. So it was like, it's talking about sorts of like very human and unchaste things that the gods are getting up to in like their divine realm. And
yes, I know about these
yeah,
heretical
they're all really,
pieces.
generally not yeah.
I've read many such heretical pieces of fiction, non-fiction. I understand now. So, like those things you like to write where you are fighting side by side with all the divinities is like fan fiction.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, they would have, sometimes they'd have all the deities and they all get together. They go fight against all the other, against the arch demons, and then there's like a guy on. It'll always be the winning side, but then there'll be like one person there who's like an odd person out, and it's normally what's called the writer's self-insert, and they are like, it's like you've got gods or seraphs versus demons or something else, and then you've just got Patrick Bartmoss,
What?
who's probably some sort of wizard. Yeah, I don't know. Some people have strange names.
That is a terrible name. I understand now
Yeah.
more about this concept of fan fiction. I will endeavor to apply it in my own heretical text.
Yes. I don't see how your children's stories are heretical texts. But I
Oh,
guess
they're
you
not
could
the
include
children's stories are
subliminal
not
messages,
heretical, but that
which
doesn't mean I don't
will-
know about heretical.
I think anything can be heretical if you frame it the right way.
Like what?
Once upon a time, there was a priest, and he was a good priest. And then came along an angel. The angel said, I'm here to help you, Mr. Priest, and all your other priest friends. Stop that demon over there that's going to kill all of you. So all the priests were like, yay! And then this terrible thing happened. Many of the priests died, and the demon slew the angel. So then before the demon could kill the rest of the priests, one of the priests, who we will call Borans, he merged with the angel and then defeated the demon. The priests that remain, instead of celebrating the defeat of the demon, turned on Borans and called him a heretic. He fled and was captured by their Inquisition.
I think I understand what you mean, though this one sounds more like
End
an
of the story.
autobiography. I'm not sure if an autobiography can be heretical.
I assure you, Vasily, this is definitely not an autobiography. Yeah. It's a real made-up scenario that I just made up and bit.
Of course. You made it up.
Would call their child Borans after all.
I don't know, it's a bit of a silly name. Not sure if I like it. Fastly's happy to sit here and discuss the intricacies of fanfiction with you. And autobiographies and heretical texts, of which he knows many for
Excellent.
some time.
Of course. Is he going to tell me about his book? Like the secret book?
What secret book?
Well, exactly. It's a secret, I don't know.
Yeah, he will tell you about his own. Now that he realizes that the things that he's been writing is fan fiction, he will show them to you.
I mean, it's only fan fiction if you're taking other people's intellectual property.
A matter of perspective, perhaps.
Wait, is Vasily writing fan fiction about our group?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Anyway.
That makes sense now.
Anyway. Is there anything else you guys want to do here in this crater? Otherwise, I'm going to move on.
I'll bring it up to the party in breakfast time.
Very well. We'll skip ahead to breakfast.
I guess at breakfast time, I'm gonna take Vittorio and go check on that plant because I'm a botanist and he's a herbalist.
Hey.
There is still a plant to be collected.
What plant?
So it was a plant in the meteor.
It was plant life,
Yeah, plant life exactly.
but
But I assume that by your question, it means that it's not there anymore.
You didn't say that.
It's plant life all around.
it's plant life in quotation marks because it's probably not a plant.
Yeah, but it's not there
Oh.
at this point in time. Is what I'm getting.
No, you can walk over there and you see a bunch of like dark green plants. They shimmer in the sunlight as though they had mica powder sprinkled all over them.
Are they plants we recognize?
Make me a botany check.
I'd love to make you a botany check. I am in fact a botanist
Damn.
with a thing on top as well. 25.
Well, I was gonna ask if I could help, but clearly it's not necessary.
I am the all-knowing master of plants.
Uh-huh.
I turn them into juice that I drink to get strong.
Drink to get the muscles.
He's
Yeah.
so powerful.
I make protein powder out of plants.
Plant build.
You know it, I know it, everybody knows it.
Ooh, goddamn, I'm tired. Holy shit.
Fair enough.
Zara's in the morning as he wakes up.
Mark, who sits here and is like, holy shit, why am I so tired this early? Settling.
You need to drink more water and stretch your fucking legs.
Word.
Word. What was your results for your check?
25.
They look to you like a type of begonia almost.
I'm not actually a botanist. Don't want to tell
No.
me these names I don't know.
Yeah.
The only thing I think about when you say begonia is begonia is nuts.
Why would you say that?
Because it's
Amber,
so
kick
important.
him right now. Kick him right now.
Like, why did you say
Ooh.
that?
Those look awesome though.
Yeah.
Is that how it looks?
Well, begonia
Kick him
look
right
kind of
now.
out of this world. but
Yeah,
we
like a
still eat.
begonia rex, yeah.
Are they like carnivorous plants? Am I missing something here?
That's my favorite.
No, they're
dinosaur.
just pretty plants. It's actually one of the largest plant families, known.
I understand. I guess we can harvest some? Question mark.
Yeah, you could take some plants if you'd like.
Yeah, I'd like to study them, see if it's anything. There's nothing else in the crater besides plant life.
There's some bugs as well that also like shimmer in different colors.
Yeah, but there's no like meteorite.
I don't know. None of you dug.
Yeah,
you
so-
know, like what do you want me to say? Like,
I was
Oh.
about to say, Lawrence. I assume Lawrence when he it's bold of me to assume. White, when you inform us, as Lawrence in the morning, do you also mention the heat that you felt like at the middle of the crater? Or do you just mention the?
Oh, it's the main thing I mentioned, actually.
Okay.
I'm like,
I understand.
Lawrence comes over and it's like, hey, I found a crater where a meteor hit, and the ground is really warm and it's really comfy over there, actually. And there's also like strange little plants. Also, I collected a whole bunch of like glowy bugs around that were very much attracted to that particular spot. It's pretty cool. Fastly
10
called me
million
the king of the
fireflies.
glow bugs.
Based.
Yeah.
'Cause I can also fly, and I glow. Want to come check it out? It'd be cool if we found a meteor before going to the Sea of Stars. But like we can return it back to where it belongs, you know. Full and
You're talking
soul,
about it as if it's living.
back
Good.
to the Sea of Stars.
We could always, dig around, I suppose.
Why not? Let's check it out before we leave.
how many planters do you have left, Vittorio? You could plant some of these plants in your planters.
I
The
should
plants in your planters right now.
have plenty. I think. Let me double check.
You heard the guy, he has plenty of planters.
Is it under?
Peter Piper had plenty of planters.
Is it under actors? Damn it. No.
I don't know if you noted it on your card sheet.
It should be there unless something has gotten fucked up with the sheet.
Did not note it.
No,
Abandoned.
I did. 4 rows of 5 planters. Okay, so I have three 5-foot planters left, I believe.
Each planter can hold 2 tiny plants per foot for a total of 40 slots to plant plants.
Yeah.
And you have 6 of them occupied.
These
These are also considered small plants.
Yeah, I think we said that like one entire planter was occupied by the mushrooms. This is at least what I remembered.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, yeah, then that's plenty of slots free.
Okay. How many plants do you want to take?
All of them. Okay.
Well, I wouldn't want to take all of them. That's kind of rude. Not good for the ecosystem. But how many are there?
Only 4d4.
4d4.
Mm-hmm.
There's 11, I guess.
11 it is.
Yeah. How about we take like, I don't know, 8 or
All of them.
or 6. Yeah, sure. Let's just take let's take 6, I guess.
Alright.
Very nice.
Come into this.
I can use my claws to dig for the meteor as well.
I mean, we have shovels.
No, I want to use
shovels?
my hands.
I keep forgetting that Vittorio carries essentially an entire arsenal on his back.
Why wouldn't he?
Yeah, but I could use my shovel head.
I can just eat the dirt.
Says Zares, who's like wearing his fine clothing and starts digging in the fucking dirt.
What do you mean?
Word.
I could just do it like flick my wrist and bam, I'm a peasant.
Peasant
Look.
corn moment.
Peasant core. Although I'd imagine most of the time Zares either wears his traveler's clothing or if it's cold, his winter's clothing.
Love it for him.
Same. But yeah, we can dig, no problemo.
Yep.
Yeah, let's dig that up. Zarius will help, like, physically dig it up.
All right. The lot of you under the commanding gaze of Vasily, who refuses to touch the earth
Of course.
and dig,
He
as well as Lawrence, who's there, you know.
Vasily always hovers like a few centimeters off the floor.
Yeah, he doesn't want to touch it even with his boots.
Yeah.
I want to bond with this a meteorite person creature.
And that's the end of Zaris. You can.
He is absorbed into the meteorite.
No,
you
not
guys
because
dig.
the meteorites us.
You guys dig and dig until eventually you feel a clang as you hit a solid object under the ground.
Oh, Pog.
This is maybe 1.5, 2 feet deep.
That's not too deep.
Can we use, like, how wide is this hole? If if we dig besides it, how wide do we have to dig to like feel that we're at the side of this meteorite?
If you start digging around, this thing is at least 2-3 feet in diameter.
I want to. I mean, Zarius would be discuss it for us, but he wants to at least like dig out the hole around it so we can whip it out. Like put the shovel in there and then kind of like flick it out and then lift
It's
it.
not a bad idea.
No. Vittorio will agree.
Whip it out, bro.
He's
Yeah,
whipping it
alright.
out.
I'll try to whip it out.
All right, make me an exert check as you try to lift this thick object out of the ground.
All right, Zarius is like, let's do this. Whew. Breathe in. Oh damn, it's not a fortitude check, but I'll be fine. Look at this, 17.
17. All right,
What?
Zarius uses the power of physics to leverage this thing out of the ground, and soon a rock does emerge. It does not look like any rock you've seen before here. It is almost pale white in color, flecked with black spots and holes. It is riddled with hundreds of holes
Oh my.
that all shimmer
Ooh.
in dark green on one side. But if you look at it from a different angle, they shimmer in a dull red color.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Sus.
I'm gonna look at Vittoria and say, before we lift it out, let me see if I can feel something from it.
Baby.
They are beautiful in the
I mean-
sunlight. Even as those tiny little holes begin to bulge
Yeah.
outwards.
Yeah.
Growing and growing like bubble gum
Huh?
being blown up into big balloons.
What the fuck did we fish?
And just before they go pop,
Yippee.
we're gonna roll initiative.
Let's
What
go.
did we fish out? Huh?
Probably
Find
like an
out
actual
next
creature.
session. Find out next session what exactly you dug up from the ground.
Yeah.
Hopefully Vincent will be back by then.
Yeah, usually things falling from space it's not good to dig up.
Hey, guys.
Little eldritch
Hey guys,
baby.
maybe we can tame it. I'm kidding.
I will send
Someone
you the
slap
phrase.
Zarius.
I'm kidding.
Oh boy. Well,
The only book on taming I'm gonna be looking up is How to Tame Your Dragon, because evidently you're getting out of hand.
Ah.
that is true. But yes, thank you very much for session, Amber. It was enjoyable. It was a lot of RP. It was nice. And then now I guess we uncovered a Eldritch thingy. That's That's nice.
Yippee, my
Yeah,
favorite.
my favorite. And yeah, thank you to all the players for playing, and all the viewers for, well, viewing and watching. And
Yippee!
we will see. Well, I say, the Stargazers will see you next Friday, and Mark.
I'll see you tomorrow
First
with
off?
some news. So we will probably start a little bit earlier too. So do check in.
That is fair enough. Well, yeah, until then, have a nice day or evening, and we'll see you guys around. Bye bye.
Let's go.